What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Who you want? We'll talk about it. Let's go. This ain't a fuck like oh, this game he stinks.
Oh shit!
It's gone.
Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick DelGozzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Welcome in, everybody. This is Agree to Disagree, only on A2D Radio. Every Sunday, we are brought to you by our doc. Make him yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Cherry Hill locations. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Greg Milakovic, Brian Wilson, Nick DelGozzo. I'm Tom Arnone. The family out there, we got a lot to talk about because we'll talk about some previewing, a little previewing, semi-predictions, depending on who we're going to play. We're still waiting to find that out. Still waiting to find out who we're going to play. Later on the show, we'll do Crumbs of the Week. I'm sure we got a bunch of them. Every week, there's a ton of them to go over. This week, might not even have two for you. Might even have two-piece. Sixers win.
Two-piece and a side.
Sixers win streak continues. Now 6 in a row. 14-8 on the road. 8-8 at home. They played really good basketball on the road, especially as of late. So we'll talk some Sixers. Talk about, hey, everything starts after Christmas. After Christmas, winners of 6 in a row. Now, how many good basketball teams do they play? I mean, we're back to this sort of conversation again. Sort of ties into every Philly sports team. Haven't really played anybody, right? I mean, you played the Nets, which was a big win, but that's it. I mean, that's all you played. So, but still, you got to go win.
He's such a fucking nerd.
And this team has let down in years past against lower competition. So it's good to win 6 in a row and sort of get yourself out of where you were, which is around a 500 team. Now you're up to the 5 seed, feeling a lot better about yourself as the season continues to go, and you just want to continue to climb the mountain, right? Week by week, climb the mountain, get better, and it looks like they're getting better. Game balls and fumbles around the NFL from this Saturday and Sunday. We'll do that. We do it every Sunday. We'll do it again this Sunday. Eagles playoff preview. Go over who we're going to play. Who do you guys want to play? That's the big conversation out there that's been over the last week. And here we are right now around 5:15-ish, okay, and we still really don't know who we're going to play. It looks like most likely the Rams, but we can still get up to the 6 too. So there's still that up in the air. There's that there too, and then makes you're going to play the 3 seed. There's still so much to dissect, even with these games coming to an end, right? This Sunday coming to an end. Still a lot to go over and dissect, and we're going to do it. Ties into our poll question, brought to you by Manscaped, and you can get 20% off and free shipping with the code A2D at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped, from the ball deodorant, like Wills just showed you, right? The weed whacker, the lawn mower. What don't they have? The 2-in-1 body wash. And now you're taking care of yourself in the shower. Before you get in, you like to trim yourself up. When you get out, right? When you get out, you like to trim. When you get in the shower, you like to. Hey, I got a little Manscaped to use inside the shower. I've been using the hair and body wash, but
full service shower. Okay.
That got all the.
It's got the light on it too.
Oh yeah.
Know what you're doing.
Can't miss. Clean yourself up for the new year.
Miss.
That wasn't your New Year's resolution. It should be now. So use promo code HUD, get 20% off and free shipping
Dolphins.
with the code HUD at manscaped.com. Tons of products, even boxers, right? I mean, we could do
Boxers are nice.
We could do it all
Head to
day.
toe.
Boxers are nice.
To our poll question, as an Eagles fan, you would rather face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the first round of the playoffs. Do you agree or disagree to our poll? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcast, we're there as well. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, follow us, download us, do it all. Do it all. Comment in. Let us know where you're tuning in from and who do you want to see? Who do you want to see? This is so tough. Like, right? It's just tough. I never want to run and say, first off, any of these teams I'm not running for. Make sense? Like, just to clarify, I'm not running for any of these squads. Right? I mean, these are big boys. These are big boys, and I don't know if we're a big boy yet. Right? But I do know we do one thing really well and that's running the football. But besides that, like, I'm going to go screaming that I want Brady. Right? I mean, it said nobody ever. Right? People say, well, Stafford's playing down. Like, I mean, the Rams are beatable. Now I'm yelling to go there. I'm yelling and screaming to go there. Okay. There's a reason these teams are better than us. That doesn't mean you can't beat them. Doesn't mean we can't. So, knowing their situation in Tampa, I would guess I would lean towards agree that out of those two teams, I'd probably rather go there. One, a shorter flight. It's some positives on that side of things. But I'm not running to see Tom. I don't want to see him.
And they stopped the run really well.
And then LA, I think, might put up. I think offensively won't be as big of a deal against Tampa as it would be against LA. I think the Rams could put up 40 against us. Like, I could see them just lighting the world on fire against it. That's what scares me about them, where Tampa's D scares me a little bit more because of their ability to stop the run. Now, overall better defense to me is the Rams, right? That's the overall better defense. Even though Tampa has a better, they do something extremely well, which is stop the run, right? I think overall the Rams are a little bit better of a defense, especially when you don't know what's going on at the other linebacker position from Tampa, if he's going to be healthy, Levante David, for the postseason either, right? That's an unknown too. That's a big loss for their defense. So you can't continue to make up for loss after loss after loss. Not saying that we beat you, but somebody probably will. So why not us? So I'll lean because of their offense not being as explosive. It's still explosive. Don't get me wrong in Tampa, but nowhere near the Rams. And I think and the flight. And I just believe the Rams might put up 90. I mean, they might not stop scoring against us. Now, can Stafford throw picks? Yeah, so can Brady, though. Like, they both can throw picks. So I'll agree. I'd rather go, I guess, a gun to my head, send me to Tampa, shorter flight, more banged up, and maybe they're ripe. Right. Maybe it's a perfect time to go there. Maybe. I don't know. Either way, you got to play your best football game next Saturday, Sunday, or Monday to be able to walk out of somebody else's stadium with a win in the postseason. So that's a given, no matter who you play. Do I think you have your best chance of walking out, playing your best football, if you play your best football with a win against Tampa over a win versus LA? Yeah, I can maybe make that case. That, if you could play great football against LA and just not keep up. That's my concern, not keeping up. I feel like I can keep up with Tampa. I can keep it where I feel like I'm in a football game and probably still lose, but feel like I'm in a football game. That's what I'm asking for most on whatever day we're fucking playing. So I'll agree. People out there tuning in, let us know what you think. All right? Do you agree? Would you give me the Bucks? Give me the Rams? I mean, you can say, give me somebody else. Sure. Like, I'd probably rather see the Cardinals or Dallas again.
I would rather see the Cards.
Like, give me Dallas. Give me Dallas after they throw 5 touchdown passes in our building. I would love it. Love to see them down at their place next weekend. All right? But
I would love Dallas.
They're not realistic ones as of right this minute. Yeah. The other two are. So we're going to talk about those other two on which place you would rather go. And guess what? If for some reason we go to one of those other places, then let's fucking go. But I don't think any of us think we're going there as of this moment. So
no, I would say it's going to be Tampa. Or LA, obviously. I honestly, Tommy, I'm right with you. I don't know. I don't know who I'd rather play. They're both good. They're both probably better than us. They're both probably beat us. I guess the Bucs are taking on Wooder, but like you said, good rush defense, and they got Brady. I mean, is that really? Do you really want to go see them? Honestly, I just hope it's not. We don't play that fucking Monday night game. That's all.
Why, you don't want more rest? I mean, that rest is a topic of conversation, bro. I have
work. I have work.
Everybody shut everybody down this week. Nobody practice.
I'm trying to watch
practice in bubble wrap.
So if it's Friday, if it's Monday night, I'll be pissed.
All right, so
it'll be just my luck. First Monday night football playoff game ever. Eagles playing it. Fucking listen to it on the fucking radio. Christ Almighty.
Yeah, I think if you're talking about obviously those two, and that's exactly what you're talking about. In scenario wise, I mean, it would take a lot to, I guess, for it to change totally. You know what I mean? So it would probably, since you're talking about those two teams, yeah, I don't think you want anything to do with the Rams. As if you're playing, you're confident football and it's the playoffs and you feel like you can beat anybody, go ahead. I'm just saying, I don't think you want anything to do with the Rams. Both offensively and defensively. Right? There's 9 other players on defense, but when you have the best lineman in the game and you have the best cornerback in the game, there's 2 good pieces to start your defense with. and offensively,
the other guy Vaughn's not bad either.
Yeah.
Tommy, you moonlight with Peloton, Tommy?
Yeah, I wish I was on a Peloton commercial, Emiibd.
Lock it!
I really do. I'd be making a lot more money than I am today. I'd be making a lot more money than I am today if I was on a Peloton commercial, Emiibd. I know it's not me.
And to your point, offensively, they got guys draped all over the place offensively. So, you would hang your hat on that Stafford could give you a pick six. He can throw you a couple, maybe change some field position and you might be able to take one to the house against them. So that's what you would, hopefully you would hang your hat on that. But I think, as scary as Brady is and, and all his rings and all his greatness and all that stuff, they're just so banged up. It's, in the defensive secondary and at the wide receiver position and, Fournette's still banged up. I think I think that would be your choice, gun to your head. Like, hey, where are we going? So at the end of today, when this gets all shook out, I think that's what you'd rather board a plane to Tampa.
Yeah, yep. I mean, it's tough, right? Because, as you've all said, right, do you really want to call Brady, right? Do you really want to be like, yep, let's go ahead and face this guy? I'll disagree though, and mainly for that reason. What you guys have all said has been absolutely correct. I completely agree with why Tampa is the choice. I'm just going to disagree just from the fact of we've seen Stafford choke in the playoffs. We've seen McVay choke in the playoffs. And I'm not saying they do it against us, but I would rather, and I know Tampa Bay is completely banged up. And it is completely logical, especially since we played them this year. And kind of, Tommy, as you mentioned, right, like, let's stay in a game. And we did that for a lot of, or at least the second half of that game. Now, was that them pulling back and then us starting to play better? But that game was kind of the start of our turnaround. At least that second half was the kind of the switch on the turnaround of our season, right? And so there is some familiarity, but I would rather go, and I love Stafford. I had an MVP ticket on him. Obviously, that's not cashing, but I'd rather go. I would go against McVay and Stafford just because I know Matt's not playing well right now, and he's known to, in his limited playoff appearances, not play very well.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that he's not playing well right now. His numbers are pretty fucking good.
The last few weeks, he hasn't played very well.
Okay. I don't know about that, buddy. They won like 5 straight.
He had like 3 picks last game, 2 or 3 picks. Like he's
win the game.
He's not playing very well these last 3 weeks. Yes, they're winning games, but he's not playing very well.
No, listen, he's turned the football over the last 3 weeks, and they've won football games, and that's even more of a reason why I don't want to play him. That's even more of a reason that I would say no, because not only are they turning the football over, they're still getting out with wins. So it tells me that how good of a football team they are, especially if they're not doing those things, right? And then they're not doing those things. It's more of a reason I don't want to go there. I would listen. I don't care about what you did in the past. Make sense? Like Tom Brady's a human. So, I mean, as much as I'm a Brady guy, he's human. But so at the end of the day, I don't care what you did in the past. Because, I mean, I can take you out at any given time. Any given time. And if there's the best time to take Tom Brady out, right, it would be this opportunity right here, right now. Because remember, Antonio Brown carved us up that night. AB carved us up that night when they played us. No AB. I'll take my chances on just having to deal with Mike Williams. Really, that's what I got to figure out. I have Darius Slay. I have a big corner. Not saying he's going to shut him down. I'll take my chances of having to really figure out how do I stop this guy instead of how do I stop this guy, right? And how they were built. Because they were built that night. Hey, you got to stop all three of these guys on the outside and Fournette. Right. Well, those things aren't there.
I think he might be back, though, Fournette.
Fournette can come back, okay? I still don't got to deal with Godwin.
Definitely no Godwin, though. Yeah, no Godwin, that's for sure.
No AB. I don't have to deal with those two guys on the outside that really now presses a defense that isn't good enough for it. They're just not there yet defensively to be able to handle that, in my opinion, in that kind of stage, right? And that's why I look at the Rams. I look at going to L.A. is having to deal with something like that. That I don't – okay, you might be able to slow Odell down with Slay, but what's Kupp going to do? Right? Is Avante good enough to keep up with Kupp all night? I don't know. I'll take my chance of him keeping up with whoever the fuck the slot corner is in Tampa at this. I mean, the slot receiver at Tampa is at this point, right?
Cyril Grayson.
Yeah, I'm not looking at this strictly based on the quarterback. We got to look deeper than just the quarterback. The big bad wolf ain't gonna. I got two big bad wolves, right? In reality, if Stafford's anywhere but Detroit, maybe he has more playoff success.
Gronk will probably catch 3 tutties against us, but yeah, he's there.
So I just look at it like either way, it's a game you're going into nervous about, right? There's no right way. Look, there's no.
We're gonna be underdog.
Yeah, you're the underdog. So, what place do you have the best chance to steal one? Shit, I'll go try not having to fly 2,500 miles, right? Yeah. And just take a plane 1,000 or on a 2-hour flight and see if I can go steal one in Tampa. And I don't deal with the dome either. Right, I'm not dealing with the dome and the turf, which makes their offense even faster in LA. Right, like they're already fast offense. You put them on turf, man. Them guys are. I think it becomes even a bigger issue for our defense. So I'm looking at
Cam Akers came back miraculously somehow. It's another weapon for them.
Yeah, I don't know if Anderson.
Dude tore his fucking Achilles in July. He's back. That's kind of amazing.
Yeah,
I don't know where you get, Andrew. I don't know where you get the non-clutch Rams. I mean, they haven't really, this is Stafford's first year there. They haven't really had a chance to prove they're not clutch.
And they're loaded with superstars. I mean, they're a pretty good fucking team.
Like, I get McVay failed once in the Super Bowl. Like, I get it. But, like, I'm
still got there.
Yeah, like, I'm also not, like, going to, like, say that he can't get the one again or – that gives us a chance to beat them. Like, this is their first time together, and they got a lot of new pieces in. And throughout all these new pieces they got in, they're winners of how many in a row? Going to be another one today, most likely. So, excuse me if I don't want to go there. My bad, because you did all this while making trades. Like, that doesn't happen. So you go add a new guy in your offense and Odell, and all he's done is get more comfortable and catch everything, right? And then you add Von Miller, right? So you add these pieces. That's hard to do in the NFL. We talk about it all the time here, right? Yep. Hard to do. And all you're doing through that, you stubbed your toe for a minute about 5 weeks ago where you weren't playing good football. But after that point, it was boom, 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 boom. And they're still not playing probably their standard of the football they want to play until today, obviously. But
yeah, Matthew's locked in today. And then that Eagle soft zone, he can get carved up easily if they don't.
Yeah, he heard Greg talking. Fucking probably throw for 5,000 yards against us.
Jay Kills, this is actually thank you for the super chat, brother.
Thanks,
this
Jay.
96% completion percentage.
This is actually a great comment, Jay. I guess it wasn't the full statue. Yeah. I guess not. I know where you're going. I know where your head's at. I laugh at it because right now, what can you do? Guy underachieved. Guy fucking failed his football team. And listen, Howie Roseman looks like the biggest fucking genius walking around, and he's not. But today, right this minute, he looks He looks delicious. He looks delicious.
Trade
All right,
sure looks
sexiest
good
man
now.
of the year, delicious. Like, right, sexiest man over 40, Howie Roseman. That's what he looks like today because of that fucking failure. Woo, not good. Not good. But guess what? We're going to talk.
I just love how they constantly lose to Jacksonville. It's amazing.
Can't lose that game today. I don't care if you-
The Jaguars have been getting boat raced by everybody, and yet they beat the Colts twice.
Guy couldn't turn the football over enough today, too. I mean, turn the football over. Just
Every
one
other
more
play was a turnover.
One
Every
more
other play
time.
was a turnover.
One
Let's
more
just do it
time.
again.
One more time.
Real quick, we've all been big supporters of him in the past.
Carson throwing a pick.
I'm not saying that, but he's proven
One
that
more
everybody
time.
called me and yelled and screamed, "Oh, him and Frank together, it's a fucking no-brainer." Okay, and I love Frank, and I do. I mean, you know what I mean, I love Carson here, but man, that's ugly. That's egg on the face, ugly. You wanted out of somewhere, you got out of somewhere, you controlled your own destiny for 2 weeks in a row, and you laid eggs. Oh, tough to
How
come
they
back
yelling
from
at
that
somebody.
one.
Yeah.
Tough to come back from that one, boys. That's all
That
I'm
was the annoying thing. I watched it on Red Zone, and it was like, oh, this isn't really a must-win. No. When you control your destiny, it's a must-win.
It's absolutely a must-win.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an absolute. There's no other.
No,
there's
yeah,
no
Scott-
way you can
Scott-
say that's not a must-win.
Scott Hansen was like, well, it's not technically a must-win. Yes, it is, Scott. You
Well,
own
I
your own
understand what he's
destiny.
saying because
You win
they
and
can
you're
still
in.
get in the playoffs, but it's a must-win. Fucking
It's a
game.
must-win.
I mean, of
You're
course,
playing
it's
Jacksonville
a must-win game.
Jacksonville Jaguars equal, you better not lose this game.
Yep.
That's what that equals. Like, you cannot lose that game. They lost 2 games in a row. The teams that they're supposedly better than, right?
Yeah.
The Raiders at home.
Yeah,
At home, and the Jaguars? You're not a playoff team. I don't want to
Raiders
hear
are so resilient. I
don't
don't
wanna
think the
hear
Raiders are going to win tonight.
ever again. I don't want anybody to come on this chat and tell me who we played and didn't play when I watch a team that's got everything in front of them today lose to the Jaguars. And it's not a Carson Hurts thing. This is like strictly, I don't want to hear who we played. This is what we yell and scream about. It's the NFL. It's the freaking NFL. I don't want to
Better
hear
show
who
up.
we played.
Better show up.
I mean,
Better
Houston
show
gave-
up. Better be
Houston
ready
gave
to
Tennessee
go.
a run today.
Who?
Houston gave Tennessee a run today.
Everybody gives everybody a run.
Yeah,
most of the
absolutely.
time.
Davis
To the
Davis
point,
Mills been slinging a little bit.
I think they might have found something there, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Davis Mills been slinging a little bit.
And it wasn't a massage.
get some things back from Miami for massage parlor, and
Well, they
and
need
build
some,
around Davis.
Yeah, I was gonna say they
Offensive
need to get. They also need to get some playmakers around.
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks had a good year, but Brandon Cooks, Nico Collins, Pharaoh Brown, like hey, you gotta
Danny
get something else.
Amendola.
Amendola had a
Danny
huge day.
Amendola sighting today.
two tutties for Amendola.
2 tutties and a 2-pointer.
and 100 yards. Big day for Danny.
Yeah, I mean,
Former
good
Eagle
for,
practice squad guy.
good for Davis. I like
Wasn't
your
good enough
story.
for us.
Guy's been playing hard, so of course you root for him. But I don't know if he's gonna do anything in this. Like, it's easy. We always talk about it's easy when you're fucking horseshit just to fucking, to create some plays and stuff. I mean, there's no expectations there and stuff. You know what I mean? So, but who knows? I don't know.
But in a draft like this one coming up, where there's not that clear cut, like franchise QB, you sit there and say, "Hey, let's give Davis another year, and let's see what he is with a full off season."
Oh yeah, absolutely. There, no question about it.
I mean, you have a franchise QB. Can you get him back into good graces?
Well, I mean, it's true.
Can we keep the pants on and get him back
the
into
guy
good
a
graces?
tug, he'll be right back in. You know what I mean? Get the guy a tug inside the building.
Yeah, I don't understand why you just don't set one up inside the building. Listen,
Can you
while
put
we're
that
at it,
on
Don,
payroll? Can you put one on payroll?
Don, that's a good question. I mean, no, because I knew what they were going for. All right, they were shooting for record books, Donnie, and that's fine. Do you? I got that stuff doesn't faze me in the situation. Like, I don't care.
I'm happy they did, honestly.
Like, run it up, muck it up, like, because at the end of the day, I don't care what anybody says out there. I don't care. When you look back at last night, we were a 9-7 football team. All right. And if you look at that, usually in a 16-game season, you say to yourself, you're okay. You're okay. Right? You're an okay football team. You're not 13-3. You're not a division winner. Right? You're not those things. And I always look at that as the decision making into, like, if I'm sitting everybody down. So, like, I think the Eagles did themselves a disservice last night of just not getting guys some reps that probably could have used some reps. Right? You don't got to play a whole game, but, like, Aaron Rodgers with bad toes playing a half today. I mean, okay, right? And I get it. They don't want to have 2 weeks off. Sure, you're going to tell me that. Still, he can get hurt right then and there. And then what are people going to say? Didn't mean anything. You can get hurt. They can get hurt walking
Anytime.
down their steps.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't
get hurt in practice tomorrow.
I get it. It's rough and tough. Is there guys you give the week off to? Yeah. A Lane Johnson, a Jason Kelce. You give the week off to guys who have been there. Fletcher Cox, right? You give the week off to some of those guys who know what it takes because they're Super Bowl fucking champions, right? They know what it takes to do it again. So some of your veterans, of course you give the week off to. But your younger players all should be playing, including your quarterback. I don't need to see Gardner Minshew last night. I need to see Jalen Hurts get more reps with Quez Watkins, right? Jalen Reagor, DeVonta Smith. If that's for a half, that's it. Fine. But you owe it to those young guys to continue that. You just continue that rhythm and what you have going on. And people can say, well, Tom, COVID, guys are out for COVID. I get that. But the guys who weren't out should have then played. If you're out, you're out. I get that side of it. Right? But every other young guy on this offense that hasn't been lighting the world on fire should have been playing. Now, you want to not play Boston? Fine. And play Kenny? Absolutely go ahead and do that. That's a different conversation. You know what I mean? But your big positions that you need just some reps for, I'm never gonna like that unless you're 13-3 and you throughout the year you deserve that. You earned that. All right, you earn your week off. All right, and I get it. The body's most important, and we're really gonna find out next week if it's smart or not. Because obviously they win, it's smart, and if they lose, I'm not saying it's not smart. But if you come out sluggish, then it's not smart. Then I'm going to find out that it's not smart. We need to learn how to come out with fast starts, right? So last week, right? You could allow yourself to come out to a quick start, and now you're going in to the playoffs feeling better about that trend, right? There's a reason I'm saying play a quarter, play a half, get off to a fast start offensively, feel good about yourself, call it a night. Call it a night after that. But don't give me that, you don't want to get guys hurt. That's not why they're doing it. They're doing it because they want to rest guys' bodies. That's why they do it. It's not because they're scared of getting guys hurt. They really do it because they want to rest guys up, right? Because it's a long fucking season. That's why they do it.
And there is an extra week this year. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Even though that's not, just to play devil's advocate and just saying, it's not my style. You know what I mean? And I still told you guys that. You definitely play half or a quarter, you know what I mean, or something, just to get a couple series and get in the rhythm of the game or something, whatever, because if we always talk about it. They say, oh, you guys are old school, you know what I mean, whatever. Yeah, we are, but if you play scared, you're going to get hurt. You know what I mean? Like that's the way I look at it. It is a violent sport. It is a violent sport, and you see guys getting hurt every day. I get it. You know what I mean? So. You say to yourself, well, in a meaningless game, we can't move up, we can't do this, can't do that. But I don't know. I just
when you worry about getting hurt, you get hurt.
I'll leave you to Jalen Hurts' his ankle, which we don't have the information on. But if it's still a little bit tender or banged up, obviously I'm not going to play him then. But I don't have that information, right? I don't know that to be true anymore because he played last week and looked good on it. So I don't know that answer. Maybe it is a little bit, right? And then fine. Then I'm in agreement with you, right? But DeVonta Smith can play last night. Right? He can play to break a record.
Played the first drive, I think, right?
But my point is you can play to break a record like Dallas did, because they all wanted to get over their thousands and set records, right? You can do that for records, but if there's no records or no incentive there, then it's not play guys. Listen, don't play Lane, like I said. Don't play Fletch. Don't play Kelce. Don't play Darius. Everybody else needs to be out there. You don't want to play Rodney because he's older? Fine, he's been there. But the rest of the world should be playing then. Mulata should be playing. Landon Dickerson should be playing. Their relationship continues to, you want it to continue to grow out there. Just let them play a quarter. That's it. We're just talking about getting off to a fast start, feeling good about yourself as that group number one and calling it a day. Like, you could have put that same defense out there last night. I don't care about the defense. I care more about the offense trying to get some rhythm, starting faster. That's it.
Yeah. It's what we talked about last week on the show, right? Like the slow starts. It's both sides of the ball, as we discussed, but it's a lot of it is from that offense. So, Tom, you're absolutely right. You know what I mean? Like, go play a half, go play a quarter, just get out there and knock some rust off. And if Jalen's really limpy, then fine. Then number one offense with Gardner then, right? And then just roll with it. It's just they needed to be out there. I agree with you. And yeah, it sucks. Tyrell Jackson got hurt, but Tyrell Jackson also got hurt in minicamp too. So that's practice. So these guys get hurt regardless of where they're going to be. If you're going to get hurt, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah, I think he broke his back.
Yeah.
All right. So
Tyree?
Yeah.
Oh, Tyree?
So, I mean, it's not like I said, you can get hurt this week. So
my back is broken.
I don't think
I broke my back.
It should always be based off what guys need rest, right?
Final.
Like, hey, do I have guys that need rest here, right? And that's what it should come down to, right?
I like how you said limpy, Greg. That gave me a good chuckle. If he's still limpy, idiot.
But that's what I think about. Like, if guys need rest, then you got to give them to them. You know what I mean? At that point, like some of your older guys, and even if a younger guy, right? Even if a younger guy, is banged up, and you need to give him that week's big form. It's all in context. We don't have all the context on who's a little gimpy, who's a little this, who's a little that, right? Maybe. Overall, and if we had that, then I'm not yelling and screaming about guys not playing. That I think should and can and need these reps.
By the way, did Taysom get hurt?
Yeah.
Motherfucker. I had Taysom to score TD. Damn it.
Bill, I mean, you can have no comment because you go off of what you a fucking 2 sentences of what you read and not what the real thought process. If young guys are healthy, they should be playing. The veterans who have been there, Bill, I don't give a rat's ass about. Let's sit them all down. But I
don't understand why they're not playing, Tom. Why aren't they playing?
Tell me that Jalen Hurts doesn't need the reps, Bill, with his young wide receivers. You can't tell me those young players don't need those reps together for at least a quarter or two. You can't tell me that a hot start's not important for this young group to get that taste out of their mouth, right? Nobody can tell me that part's not factual. Now, if Jalen's ankle is still banged up, then don't play him, obviously. But we are not being told that. So I go off of what I'm being told. I don't love it. Right? It is what it is. It's over with. We're on the whoever the fuck we're gonna play.
Well, we're down 17-3 ahead. The people remember this, Bill. That's all.
It amazes me. Like, Bill gets so offended that I said I don't like it. Like, what? Bill, we're fucking 13-3. Obviously, we're not playing nobody. But Aaron Rodgers can play today. But Jalen Hurts couldn't yesterday. Grow up, Peter Pan. Grow up. Grow up. Fucking guy, we know he's got a bad toe. He showed it to us. He showed us his toe. Guy showed us. He was his own, He was his own injury report. Guy was his own goddamn injury report. So we know the toe's bad.
I think he's mucking that toe up a little bit though. Come on, Aaron. Come on. Talking about
he loves
it hurts so much. I'm in so much pain. Shut up.
Aaron loves it.
You haven't missed a pass in 3 weeks. You're in so much pain. Shut up. I'll tell you who I don't want to play. I don't want to play Green Bay.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if we win, we're going to play Green Bay. So we'll be coming off a win. But that's going to be tough. That might be a quick one. I'm going to be, see ya.
Yeah, that's a 28 for 30.
My dad's a part owner. Maybe I can get tickets for us.
28 for 30 for 340. Yeah.
I just told you, Bill. I just told you. Listen, Malata, Dickerson, okay, Hurts, all the wide receivers, okay, Goddard. I want to see these guys could have used a fast start and get out of the game. I didn't tell you
because Aaron Rodgers needs $500,000. Bill, shut up.
Okay, because that's what he's worried about. Whatever. Yeah, I'm not doing this.
Green Bay would have gave him $1 million to sit out.
But the other side of it too is also Nick Sirianni saying, "Oh, I know how we practice and our intensity of practice," which is all fine and good. But then why wouldn't they just play? Right? If you're going to practice hard, which you should, then you should be also able to play. Because you're going to potentially hurt yourself in practice, that you're going to hurt yourself in the game. Right? So one or the two. Yeah,
and Joshua, my question to Joshua is. Okay, he can get hurt today, though, and the game's meaningless, though. So if that's the excuse people are giving me, then I tell you, bubble wrap the world. Nobody fucking practice. Nobody's allowed to leave their bedroom. Nobody leave your bedroom for a week. Come on. If you're young enough, so all the Cowboys guys can play in a meaningless game for them, essentially.
Yeah.
I
was shocked how long they were in actually last night. I'm like, I'm like, why did I bet the Eagles? What am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? It started good. I'm like, all
I had
right.
the Eagles plus 17, and I was sweating as soon as the game started.
Greg, I thought I was like, you know what? They're gonna play two drives and they're gonna take Dak out. Nope.
I thought it at worst halftime, right?
5 tutties later, I'm like, Jesus Christ! I might as well burn that money. The fuck am I doing?
Well, you can the retro bro. Listen, we love you, and he said love your show, but you know as well as everyone else, the second one of those players got hurt. You'd be the first one to call them out rather than playing a meaningless game. Okay,
I wouldn't.
I don't know if I'm calling. I don't know.
Can get hurt anytime. I'm not one of them guys.
I don't know what I'm calling out because I'm not asking. Like I said, I don't need to see veterans last night. I just need to see my offense play a quarter, maybe 2. That's it.
I think, and I know what he's saying, but not about you, just in general, the reaction you would get, you know what I mean? But for me, it would be, when did it happen? You know what I mean? If it happened in when it was 51-26, then you're like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Get out of it. Why are you still in there? And like that, but if you're talking about it's the first drive and you're trying to get reps or the first quarter and a guy's scheduled to play a quarter or a guy's scheduled to play a half, then you're like, hey, listen, unfortunately, it's part of the sport. You can easily just get hurt in the first quarter of the playoff game too next week, right? If because you're not, because you wanted to rest up. So, just to me, it always depends where, when it happened in the point of a game, in a blowout or in a meeting, in a air quote meaningless game,
Okay, Bill. I mean, they're playing for a 2 seed instead of the 4. They're still in the playoffs. It's still meaningless.
We were playing for a potential 6 seed.
They're not playing for a 1. They're not playing for a 1. They're not playing for the bye. And Greg's right. We were playing for the 6.
And Greg just slapped you.
What about the 6? Everybody's playing for something in terms of jockeying. Everybody around the league today has stuff going on, and all these guys are playing. Who the fuck are we?
I'm just saying, listen, Tom, all I'm saying to
who
these
didn't
guys,
start a
Tom,
game today? I need this information. Who didn't start a game today? Who around the league didn't
Joe
start?
Burrow.
Good, he's hurt.
He's hurt.
He's hurt.
I mean, he said he would play if it's playoffs. But yeah, but they already clinched the division, though. So, I mean, I'm okay. He's banged up. They clinched the division. I'm all right with that.
Yeah,
if I was the Bengals fan.
Yeah, they needed help. They needed help to get.
But Chase played a little bit today. Like Mixon didn't play. And Pirine didn't play, which I don't know why. That pissed me the fuck off.
No, listen, but still, guys are playing if they aren't nicked, if they're not banged up a little bit. Like Mixon's had a lot of wear and tear on him, so it's like
that makes sense.
You get Joe a week off. This is the things I understand, right? Because I have common sense.
Also, Joe Burrow's a fucking stud. If he wants a week off, I'll give him a fucking week off. I'll give him anything he wants.
Yeah, if the game meant something, he'd be out there. If they needed that
Joe
game
Burrow,
to win,
fucking stud.
he would have been out there.
But if it doesn't, and I can get help and I can get fresher, then it makes common sense. My point to you, Bill, is everybody around the league played. So it's not like the whole league's doing it. We're the only one that said, hold on, fucking nobody, right? Who are we? Who the fuck are we?
Also, has Jalen got COVID yet? Can we make this happen? We don't want any chance of him missing this game, right? Like, what are we doing? Someone go cough on him already.
Not now. We don't want him to.
Yeah, he can get cleared by now. We can't have it happen midweek.
Not about getting cleared by now. He didn't play, and now he's not going to practice. Get a fucking clue.
I'm talking about him being able to play in the game, Tom.
Yeah, but I need to be able to practice this week.
Because he missed the game, and now we got to practice hard.
Yeah, because we missed the fucking game, like Greg said. We missed the fucking game.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about? We're talking about practice.
We are, Alan. We are.
What are we talking about? We're talking about practice.
Alan, you didn't play the game, Alan.
What are we talking? We're talking about practice.
You're playing the fucking game. So here we are. Yep.
Not the game. Practice?
What do we say to people out there? Like, let me explain my point outside of a little social media quick post, right? Like, let me explain what I mean by I don't like resting. If the rest of the league was fucking circle jerking the resting, then I'm right on board with you. Fucking God, everybody's playing. Whole world's playing.
Whole league's playing.
There's a lot of teams with meaningless football games today. In different ways, and guys are playing that can play.
I think
We're the only one
played for the first time all year.
Like, yeah, we're the only one. We're the only one that had a meaningless game. We're the only team around the National Football League that had a meaningless game that we're like, let's be careful, guys. Be careful. We're growing flowers here, all right?
Yeah.
We're growing fucking flowers. I hope this fucking energy, I hope they roll somebody. That's what's going to happen. We're going to win next week, and it's all going to come back like, see, Tom, I told you.
Or we're down 17-3 at half, and we're like, you see, we told you. Which I hope doesn't happen, obviously. But it could. We're trending in that direction.
Joel Johnson, Penn Stater.
Rolling the Trevi.
I think Tampa is right for the picking though.
Yeah, and we're going to be.
They are. They really are.
Right? It looks like we're going to be.
He just missed that too. Oh, it went in.
Bouncer. So we are most likely. I mean, if everything ended right now, we'd be the 6, right? Because Niners get bounced, Saints get in.
Yeah, you beat the Saints, so you have the tiebreaker. Both 9 and 8, so you got to be the 6 seed. Yeah, you beat the Saints.
I would live bet San Fran right now.
Yeah, Tommy, you beat
to the world out there. Live bet San Fran.
They're both 9 and 8. You beat the Saints, so you beat a 6 seed. Eagles are 6 seed. Right?
Yeah,
I believe so. I don't know the scenarios, honestly, but I'm just going to say I believe so.
He missed another. Oh, God.
Without even deep diving, that just tells me they're both 9 and 8. Eagles beat them. That's, they're 6 seed. So.
I need Eli Mitchell to score a touchdown in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it makes
yeah. It has to be head to head. But I've seen crazier things. It's 2022 now. So the first tiebreaker is not head to head. Excuse me? What did this come up? What the fuck made it?
You're right. It's like when they were like, oh, the Raiders. We need the Raiders lose. I'm like, the fucking Raiders are in the AFC. What the fuck do we need the Raiders lose? They're like, oh, it matters about. It's like, what is it? Common
schedule or common opponent schedule.
Yeah.
Okay, so look, if
weird.
Tampa beats Carolina, right?
I believe they're losing though, aren't they?
No, they're winning it.
Oh, they're winning now.
And the Rams, yeah. So and the Rams win, New Orleans wins. Tampa would be the 3, and we would be the 6.
See, Denver fired
so Rams would
Fangio.
be the 2.
Yeah, great move. You think John Elway's fucking around, dude? Because you kicked a field goal with 4 minutes to go. Like you're gonna fucking stop the Chiefs. Like these guys are out of their fucking living minds, right? John Elway's like, fuck, I can't get a quarterback, right? But fuck you, give me another coach. I didn't realize he sat when you peed there. I mean, 4 minutes to go. Like he's gonna get it back.
I saw. But I tell you, I would definitely bring Vic Fangio in to be our defensive coordinator. Jonathan Gannon, see ya. See ya. There's the door.
There's guys that are coordinators.
Yeah, love me some Vic Defense coordinator.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that's better fit as a coordinator for sure.
Yeah, it shouldn't be head coaches, and that's just what it is. So you get your opportunity, enjoy your 3 years, and then that's back to the coordinator. Put the coordinator at the door. Put the coordinator
hat back on. Back to the booth.
Could you imagine this though? Right. So if the Saints win, Tampa would have to lose for us to see Dallas. And I think there might be some other scenarios in there, I feel like. But
I want Dallas. That is who I want to play. Honestly, if we play Dallas, I'm happy that we sat everyone. I'll take the other side then.
Yeah.
Only if we play Dallas.
If that came to fruition, I would then retract every word I've said over the last 44 minutes.
back, you're going to run it right back, and you're going to run everything would be vanilla anyway. So there'd be no reason to play your guys. You know what I mean?
So, then you can say Sirianni knew that we were going to play Dallas, and he's a genius.
He fucking watered the shit out of that flower bed. He watered the fuck out of that flower bed.
Got some Miracle Grow up in there.
Oh, yeah. He knew that. Yeah.
I'm always saying we don't want them. We don't want his Cowboys.
Yes,
2 blowouts, Bowie, and 1 when we weren't playing. I think we do want you.
It's all right. Arizona's going to beat them anyway. Watch out.
How's that locked in, though, Nasty?
I don't think it is.
No, it's not, because Arizona can win the division if they win and the Rams lose. So it's definitely not locked in.
Arizona's losing currently.
Yeah, I know. And the Rams are winning. But I'm saying
And the Niners are driving. Yes, absolutely. But yes, you're right, Wilson. Arizona can win the division. Kittle.
Also, New England can win the division if Bills lose and they win, but they're losing currently.
They don't seem too interested either, though. From the little bit I've seen.
Well, I mean, what's it called? Made a great. They had a cover 2, and he didn't read the cover 2. Fucking Xavier Howard pick 6.
I would like Mac to have a good last week. I have a rookie of the year, and I don't want the last week to see. I could use a week to boost out of Jamar Chase because he's the hot ticket right now.
You think?
Mac Jones, I think, has had the better overall year, thoh.
Yeah, but I think because of the Jamar Chase's huge game last week, they're going to
absolutely. Yeah.
Tackle him! Fuck! Did he go out of bounds? Out of bounds on the 1.
No, but he still set the. I think he still set the rookie receiving yards, right? Record.
No, just the. I mean, Jamar had a great year. I mean, monster.
He definitely set the rookie receiving.
He set the Bengals record
and rookie receiving record. Yes.
Oh, did he today? Did he get that? I didn't see it pop up.
He had to have. What's it called? The most ever was Justin Jefferson last year, right? He had 1,300 something, I think. Right?
Yeah.
So, and he had to have because he went over 14. The record was Chad Johnson had 14 something, right? And he broke that today. I know that. I think he broke the rookie one last week, Greg.
Yeah, that's where I was.
Because Jefferson beat Bolden's record.
14,
he was
the 55.
You lead a turnaround, but if they finish up 10-7, I just look at Mac like I'll take anything away from Mac. I'm actually a big Mac guy, but I think Mac was the definition of a game manager this year.
No question.
Absolutely. Their defense is very good.
Defense is great. You play for Bill. All right, Damian Harris runs hard. You know what I mean? So
yeah, Ramondre Stevenson runs hard.
Just don't. Yeah, exactly. Don't turn it over, and don't put us in bad positions, and we can go a little run there. So, but if you're talking numbers, I don't think they're there. But I'd have to look. I think to me, it was Jamar. It was a slam dunk.
I will say to Greg's point, I think before that big game by Jamar last week, Mac was the betting favorite.
Mac was leading, yes, betting wise.
But now it's like Chase like minus 300 now.
Yep.
So,
and he did go over. I'm sorry, I missed it today. He did go over Jefferson. You're right.
Yeah.
Interesting. One more game, but in 7 less receptions.
Oh, unnecessary play, but nice. You see that little pitch by fucking
TDs?
Let's call it down the field there. Josh Allen.
Yeah.
There you go, Wells. Jimmy's got a question for you.
Oh my god. Because they're men, Jim. You cockroach. Fucking, I love Jim Brannigan. Saw him last night. Great to see you, Jim. Fucking roach, though. You're a roach. And of course, only a Cowboy fan would be like, you know what? Maybe we should tie. Maybe we should play for a tie, guys. Just play for a tie. I know we're rivals, but we'll just tie. No, go out there and just slit their throat on the field. Watch them not make the playoffs. That's what you do. Jesus Christ. Fucking ties. I can't believe this fucking world.
Mortal Kombat. Cut his throat, watch him bleed.
Finish him. Yes, Greg.
Well, doesn't one still get in if they beat the other one?
win and get in that game is.
Beat them and knock them the fuck out. Yeah,
it's like if the only way like one doesn't get in, but both of you get in if you tie, then okay. But if you can win and get in, you win and get in. You know,
and you keep your division rival out. I mean, this is
like if you need a tie to get in for some unknown reason, right? Which would never be needed. Then like, okay, maybe you guys have a handshake agreement. I don't know, but come on,
they would get in with a tie. Right?
In theory, a tie does get them both in.
But Pittsburgh has a serious problem.
Pittsburgh's out. Yeah.
Pittsburgh would have a serious issue.
It's never going to happen because if one team wins, that's the point of it. So
it's definitely not going to happen.
Somebody wants to be the team that beats their rival and gets in, or beats any team and gets in. You never want to go into the playoffs on a tie. Like, yeah, feeling good about ourselves.
Not to mention,
after all those fourth downs, I think Brandon Staley might take it.
Nature, guys, like competitive nature. Who's fucking kneeling? And I think the Raiders are going to win tonight. I just like the moxie of that team.
That's good.
Been through a lot. Been through a lot this year. The Raiders have.
That's going to be.
They win tonight.
They have an interesting decision with their head coach coming up. I mean, because that. If you're a head coaching candidate, that's like a number one job because of to your point this year, right? You know what I mean? Like, you know, they're on the doorstep of a playoff and they're without a true head coach.
Yeah, and I mean, I always liked Derek Carr. I think he's had a very good year. I believe Waller's playing tonight.
Yeah,
I don't know how healthy he is, but he is
Darren.
going to play.
I don't know. Eight weeks of fantasy could have used you there.
He had COVID for like a month.
No, he was hurt. He was hurt before that.
I know he was hurt before that, but he's had COVID for a while now, I feel like. Last 2 weeks were before COVID.
Jose
used you there.
I think they say he lost 10 pounds. Was that Allen Robinson? Someone said they lost 10 pounds.
Jose says, is there a wild card team that can run the table?
I mean, maybe New England, but they'd really have to run the ball well. I just don't count Bill out. But again, I think, like Sweep said, I think Mac's been more of a game manager. I'm not sure that he can go win a game for you. I think they'd have to really play great defense and run the ball really well. But yeah, I don't know. Who's going to be on the wild card? Like the Raiders, like I said, I think the Raiders are going to win. And then Pittsburgh would be in. Pittsburgh definitely can't. I'm sorry. I know that Pittsburgh's got a great defense, but Ben just can't make the throws anymore. They're gonna get their asses kicked by somebody. Somebody gonna smoke Pittsburgh.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, run it.
I like Ben and all. I just he's done. I'm happy he's gonna get in though.
It's really hard to run the table, right? I mean, I think it depends. Like you could say maybe like if the Chargers get in, do they have enough explosiveness? I don't know. They run it. I mean, they're good, but
I just think their defense is not good enough. You know what I mean? Like some teams going to beat them strictly because their defense isn't good enough.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know, we do something extremely well, but we don't have enough firepower to run the table.
Our biggest problem is going to be if teams get a lead on us. We're going to have to run the ball early well, because if teams get a lead on us and make us have to throw the ball, we're in big trouble.
Yep.
So we got to stick to the run. You got to run the ball well. Let's go. I'm happy about that. And if we play on Monday night, I'm going to freak the fuck out. It's literally the only thing in my head. Like I can see it happening. All I can see in my head is, oh, well, watch the Buccaneers on Monday night against the Eagles. I'm like, fuck. Lose my fucking mind. Will we find that out tonight?
Yeah.
They'll probably set the playoffs tonight, right after the Sunday night game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we even need.
If we play on Monday,
the NFC should be set in another hour. You know?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, we shouldn't have to wait. Well, we won't wait. We will know who we're playing. We just not know what day. They might not tell us that yet, but we're definitely gonna know.
I'm hoping they will.
Yeah, I don't want to play Monday night.
Please, Saturday or Sunday, please, just so I can watch it and I'm off. Please. If I get a playoff game I can't watch, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
10. Yeah.
Like it would be such my luck. Like, oh, well, Eagles made a playoff. Sorry, you'll be at work. First time ever they'll play a playoff game that's not on the weekend.
Sick day for Will.
Jesus fucking
Yeah,
Christ.
I think you're getting sick, Walsh. I hear you coughing a little bit.
Unfortunately, we have a 60-day like probationary period when you first become full time, and peak season doesn't count towards. I was like, I think I'm over 60 days. No, those 30 don't count. So I still have like 26 more. Fucking pissed. Basically, I can't call it. I basically can't call it.
Yeah, I know.
Unless I pretend I have COVID, which I'm debating.
How does that? I understand the rules.
I mean, you're more than likely, in and
no,
around people who have it, whether
You can't
I'm
call
fine. I mean, I can. Sweet. It's just like it's not. It could be like a little check mark against me towards them being like, oh, we're not going to promote you. They're going to promote me anyway. I'm the best loader in the building, but like they're going to keep me promoted. They're not going to send me back down. Well, I mean, I just said it's fat. I've been in a long time, Greg. Long fucking time.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, they could also pull the we can't pay you for it, so you're beat.
Well, yeah, I mean, I already had COVID, so I already got paid for it, so I know they won't pay me again. I know that.
All right, then.
I think I might have had it last week too, but I whatever.
Don, I think so. I think they were the last one.
I had a runny nose. Could have had COVID. Who knows?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if the Ravens were the last one, but Joe Camel ran the table that year.
Yeah,
as a 5 seed, right?
Yeah, Giants did it the 1 year.
All road games for Flacco.
Yeah, I mean, Joe's got the most. Joe's got the most road wins in playoff history, I think.
Yeah.
They won a bunch of road games.
That's the hardest part of it.
The Giants definitely did it, Don. That's correct. Yep.
I'm not. It is what it is.
I'm always pissed about losing to the Cowboys, boy. I'm right with you. So, yes. But like I said, if we play them next week, if somehow it goes to where we play them next week, then I'm not going to be upset. But I don't think we're going to play them.
I mean, never like losing to them. But when you throw that lineup out and you throw that type of scenario out there, then what was going to happen?
Yeah. Once I realized who was playing in the game, like I said, Greg, I should have burned that money I bet on the Eagles. What the fuck am I doing?
Didn't you double dip too? Didn't you go back in?
No, I took the Eagles at +6.5, but I had them earlier in a parlay at +3.5. That's why I was like, well, now I gotta take them +6.5. And then I'm like, Dak's only gonna play like a quarter, right? And then I was like, or he's gonna just continue to throw touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
Or 3/4.
That's great.
I fucking love Deebo Samuel, by the way.
Yeah,
I am such a Deebo. By the way, I hope everyone followed me and took the Niners live bet, like I said at halftime. I think the Niners are going to win that game. BT Dubs.
They're driving.
Gavin, we kind of talked about this with our poll question, Gavin. And I think we all kind of agree it's Tampa, just because of what they're potentially lacking on offense, and that's still not saying much, because of just of some still saw how talented that they are, but at least on the offensive side, we don't have to guard and worry about the likes of Godwin and AB like we did the first time around. They're definitely lesser than what we had them when we, lesser of healthy and less, I guess, potent than what we had them earlier. But that's still not, welcoming and encouraging to see in the first round of the playoffs.
No, not at all, Greg. Good against the run, and they will have Gronk, who I don't think played against us the first time. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be. Listen. I think the best matchup is the Bucs. I would agree, but it's going to be a tough fucking game. It's going to be really tough to go down there and get a win. So we're going to have to really run the ball. Let's get after it. Can't go down early.
No, cannot come out slow.
No, gotta come out fast. I think if we're in the game at halftime, then it becomes like, okay, hey, let's go steal this, you know?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And if we're down like 20-3 at half, it might be a big problem. But if it's like if it's a 7 to 10 point game at half, or if we're in the lead, like, we have a shot there.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy talked about it in his opening and his response too, right? Like, yeah, you're absolutely right. Staying close in the game. The closer you stay in a game, regardless of who we play,
everybody gets a little tighter. Everybody gets a little tighter.
The more confidence you potentially gain for your own guys. So, yeah, no, it'll definitely be interesting. But, yeah, I mean, I think it is Tampa, even though that's still scary.
Yeah.
I mean, I think out of anybody, I think we all mentioned too, like Arizona is the absolute right one, right? It's just I don't think there's really an easy scenario for us to play Arizona.
No, I don't think there's like no chance for us to. I think, right?
Yeah,
they'd have to win the division. They would need to win. They would need the Rams to lose, and I think something else to happen too. And Tampa to lose, right?
Well, yeah, I guess San Fran would have to jump in there too, because that would then push us down to the 7 if they're going up to the 2.
Yeah, because San Fran would have to beat the Rams.
The Rams, yeah. Duh.
Shuffling of the deck.
Can we get Eli Mitchell in the end zone? Run.
Jimmy G.
Let's go.
Jimmy
Let's go. Turn them legs, Eli.
Arizona's losing 17-10. Jeez.
Yeah.
Third
quarter just started. Zona has the ball. Third and 2, I think.
Zach Ertz.
Are you ahead of me?
I'm on Red Zone. I'm streaming, so I don't think I am.
Connor just caught one.
I saw that, yeah.
I'm behind then.
Okay, Eli, let's go. Turn and burn, baby. Any other questions on there from anybody?
Was there any? Well, yeah. I mean, anything in last night's game that you guys take out of? Anything good, bad from last night? That
it was good to see Quez get some balls. Besides that, no, not really.
Yeah. I mean, how about the putrid that is JJ Arcega-Whiteside?
Yeah, well, we all knew that.
Another touchdown hit him right in the hands.
Another drop.
And then a ball through his hands that got picked.
And then a penalty on the next play.
Yep.
Yeah. Hell of a sequence for him.
What a bum. Actually,
God.
My buddy Sam Gordon, we were at the bar, and he flipped out so much when he dropped that touchdown. I thought you guys just dropped that. Beautiful play by San Fran, by the way, right there. But he flipped out so much the entire bar was looking at it. It was amazing. I was clapping. It was great. He's like, get this bum off the field.
Oh, what a dime. What a dime piece by Kyler. Wow. Yeah,
Debo that threw that? Did Debo throw
ball
that?
Hit him right in the hands. Jeez. But no, I do agree, Wills. I liked the action from Quez. He caught that 1 4th down. I just wanted to turn up as quick as he could. He kept running sideways.
Debo does it all, dude. I love him.
Oh yeah, me too. Big Debo Samuel fan. Love. He runs so hard.
Yes, he does.
Jennings caught that ball like 3 times.
I'm also a James Conner fan. That's why I thought he dropped it, Greg. I was like, oh, did he drop it?
Yeah. I guess the other, and it is what it is, right? But I thought the other encouraging thing out of last night was Jason Huntley ran hard in his limited time. And, again, he's not going to see much of the field, but it was nice to see that there is a little bit of depth back there. God forbid.
I thought Gainwell ran hard too.
Gainwell ran hard as well.
I would say what everybody in the chat's saying. I would say Milton Williams. Really, if there was a guy who stood out to me last night at all, outside of like some running back touches, on a positive was Milton. Everything offensively is garbage.
Get upfield
on the outside.
Touchdown
To me, like Quez is okay. He's whatever, but like everything else is garbage. Reagor's garbage. JJ's garbage, and it's just glaring.
Arcega-Whiteside is such a bum.
It's just glaring that, like, how bad those picks end up being.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now the one's
Yeah.
a second round pick, so you're like, okay, like, that's a little less.
I don't think
Is
that's
it?
okay either, Tom. I don't
I
think
don't
it's okay.
I don't think it's okay. I'm just making the point that it makes the first rounder even look more egregious because you come back to it and then you miss
It
it.
makes they're both such shit picks. It's amazing.
They're not good picks, but at least in that the JJ draft, I felt like you got Miles in the second round too. So like you at least left with right? Wasn't that the same draft? I feel like
I think Miles is a fucking
was it
bum
Dallas?
too.
Miles was with Dallas.
Okay. So
I
it was,
love Dallas Goddard.
it was just JJ in the second round. I don't know why I thought they had two. Regardless, it doesn't matter. 2, 1, whatever. It's a mess, and it's just my point is it's glaring. Becomes really
huge.
glaring
It's a huge miss.
when you get an opportunity to get out there and play like both of them did last night. One dropped a touchdown. One just whatever. One just whatever to me. I feel like he has no explosiveness, even though he's supposed to be explosive. So that just continues to be concerning. Yeah, Miles was with JJ. Like Ethan
I've
said.
seen him open a few times down the field, Tom, but I hear you. I feel like every time he has the ball in his hands, he looks slow, doesn't he? Rager.
That's the
Rager.
problem. Like that was what I was.
Like
told.
I've seen him open down the field a couple times, so I guess he is running by some people. But every time he has the ball in his hands, he looks slow to me. He just looks slow.
Yeah, and that's what's supposed to be one of the skill sets was speed and space.
Well, explosiveness. Yeah,
I don't see any speed and space, and
yeah.
that's
Like, he don't look like Jalen Waddle. I'll tell you that. He ain't like Jalen Waddle. That's for damn sure.
no. Listen, I see a lot of fast guys around the league. He ain't one of them. Right? He's on that middle tier, maybe,
Yeah.
but he looks slow. He doesn't even look like he looks like your fourth wide receiver. You know what I mean? Like that's what he is.
Yeah,
Right?
that guy
Like,
that comes in and blocks is a good blocker. That's your fourth wide receiver.
well, I mean, listen, Jay. The problem is that's what JJ does. So it's like, at least,
No, absolutely.
at least JJ has a fucking role. He stinks, but at least the guy can get palmsy with somebody. This guy don't do nothing good. Even returning punts, which is supposed to be his fucking, he's a great returner. So
He
important.
finally had it going like 2 weeks ago. First
And
one
he
of the
looked
year.
slow on that one.
He did.
Like, I mean, he just had a lot of room to run. And not taking anything away from it, but like you had a lot of room to go. Not saying you need to score there, but it just doesn't seem good. Yeah, so Miles was with
Miles was with JJ.
That's what I
Like
thought. Okay.
5 picks above.
So it's like, okay, at least I don't want to
4
say
picks.
if Miles ever stayed healthy, it would be more of a hit.
I'm just gonna say I'm not even sure that's a hit. Like, honestly,
yeah,
Like,
it's
is
not
it a hit? Is it?
It's like semi-ish.
Is it?
Ish.
What has he done that makes it a hit?
Nothing. Besides put the ball on the turf and get hurt.
Nothing.
And I'm not trying to crush
Nothing.
him, but the explosive.
What's the most yards he's ever had, Greg?
Wills. Take out
Definitely
the
hasn't had a 1,000-yard season.
All
I
fair.
can't take out the injuries. I can't take out the injuries. You
I know you're Penn State over there.
No,
but
no,
I'm not
and
Mr.
all fair criticism, though. It's all real.
I'm not
he's
Mr. Miles.
explosive, but I mean, I don't know. To me, I'm not sure that Miles Sanders is even a hit either.
I'm not telling you he's a hit because I'm not Mr. Miles. What I'm telling you is it's a hit in terms of skill set. It's not a hit in terms of injuries, obviously.
He's
'Cause that's the
explosive.
real.
He's explosive. I'll
The
give you that.
skill set, when you see with your eyes, like, okay, that's a good player, right? I'm not crowning him. Like that's an explosive. That's a good runner. Besides putting the ball on the turf, I get that side of it, right? When you look at the other guy, he can't even fucking play. So that guy stinks. At least this guy.
Yeah,
at least
well, that's such a terrible pick. Arcega-Whiteside's such a terrible pick. Dude fucking stinks.
We should
Shouldn't
know
even be on the field.
I mean, I know what you're saying. That would make it a semi-hit then. You know,
And
because
Basket was better than him.
if the guy's always hurt and the guy puts it on the carpet, then it would have to be like a semi-hit.
That's why I said ish.
Ooh, picky.
Ish.
Quasi hit. Oh,
Quasi hit. Semi hit.
It's
Semi-hit?
That's what I said when we first started arguing about it. Semi-ish. It's not
Semi
not
hit.
one way or the other. If you can't stay on the field, you become more of a failure than
I'll tell you what. He comes out and he balls out in the playoffs this year. We win a couple games. I'll start moving towards hit.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
He puts the ball on the turf and gets hurt. I'm gonna move a little more towards miss.
He still hasn't lived up to what he's supposed to be either. So I mean, that's why he can't be a full hit. I mean, that's why it's just not allowed. It's like not allowed. But compared to the other guy, at least it's like, oh well, if this guy stays on the field, he's a playmaker.
Official scoring pending on Miles Sanders currently.
Yeah,
I think he's got 2,500 yards rushing.
Like if he gave us a full season,
2,500 in 3 years.
Yeah.
Is that a hit?
no, because look at all the games missed.
How many touchdowns?
9.
9 touchdowns in 3 years?
9 plus 3 is 12. So 12 total.
That's rough. That's not good.
Some guys do that in a year.
Yeah.
Oh,
4.
Absolutely.
He's averaging 4 a year. He's really killing it out there.
Not ideal.
No, it's definitely not ideal.
But the game's missed. That's why it's not a hit yet. Not a complete failure, just not a hit.
He is
right
yet
in the middle.
to Wilson and both your points, right? He's yet to eclipse 1,000 yards. His total high in rushing touchdowns is 6. That was last year.
We stopped.
Boston Scott has 7 this year.
He's played 60. He played 16 his rookie year and 12 the last 2 years. So he's not. I don't think he's as injured as. I mean, that's 4 games and 5 games. So he's missed 9 over his 3 years.
And now he has. I think he has been misused. You know what I mean? But if you're not on the field, if you can't stay healthy, then and you have fumble issues, then it's tough to get 25 carries a game. You know what I mean?
His rookie year was naturally his best year. He had 818 yards rushing, and he had 509 yards receiving with 50 catches.
And both those stats have gone down since, correct?
Yes,
drastically.
His
can't tell
yards
me he's banged up when he's missed what 5 and 4 in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
That's a quarter of the season.
Yeah, it's pretty banged up. That's pretty banged up to me. If you just do a 1 year,
that's also a lot of running backs around the league too, though. That's the position as well.
Oh, it's a tough position to stay healthy. I agree.
I got you.
But that's life. Tackle him.
His best rushing year was last year. He had 867 for 6 touchdowns.
They got to the house.
Right, when he's that young, I can't have him missing that many. Right?
I agree.
Like as you get on your second contract, I get it. You're getting into you're 26, 27.
Yeah, you definitely hope that first year, those first few years, your rookie deal, that's hopefully, to your point, is the healthiest you're going to be.
Yeah, that's when your body's dumb enough to be able to take it all.
Right? Like too many games. I don't care about what the trend is around the league. That's too many games. You know what I mean? Like you got probably like an 8-year window to begin with as a running back in the NFL. You know what I mean? So if you're missing 5 games a year, you better be running for still running for 1,200 and and like 12 TDs. You know what I mean? Like you better have some sick production in the 11 to 12 games you are playing,
Pat, that's not a good stat.
Just be the first wide receiver.
6th first-round wide receiver in NFL history to have less than 700 receiving yards in his first 20 games. And at least 20 games. Sorry.
Who are the other 5 shitbirds? Or did they just start slow? I would love to know that.
I'm sure you can get. There's been plenty of first-round receivers that stunk. So I bet John Ross is probably one. How about fuck?
Who is the fast forward?
Maybe Teddy Ginn, because he started really slow and then he kind of blew up after, but. Sweeps, I know it was a Miami guy. Teddy Ginn did not start fast. I know that.
No. Turn some kicks. Turn some punts. That's it.
Let's see.
40 boy, what comment? He said, read it. You don't want to spam. Write it again. Spam away. Kevin White might be one of them, right? I don't know.
Kevin White could be one. Yeah, that's a good one. He didn't play a lot, but that's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he played 20 games. Honestly.
I don't know if he had those starts. I don't know if he has those starts.
How about Laquan Treadwell?
Ooh,
he's making some plays now, but he didn't do dick for Minnesota.
I don't know if Kevin White has the starts for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He might not have played 20 games, Tommy.
Yeah. Stinks.
Right. He might have been out of the league in like 10 actual games.
The dude that caught 7 TDs for Oklahoma State one year was drafted in the first round, never did anything in the NFL. Rashawn Woods.
Justin Blackman's probably another one.
Justin Blackman had way over 700 yards. He had like 301 game. He just didn't. He might not have played 20 games either because he was suspended so much. But Justin Blackman had a lot of yards. Definitely had 700. His problem wasn't that he couldn't play.
No, it's good. He couldn't. Yeah.
Charles Rogers probably
I
didn't
think
play
he had
20
it,
games.
Wills. I think Charles Rogers had
Because
it.
the 1 year he was good, right? The first year.
Not even like good, but you know what I mean. Like,
I think he had 2 tutties against the Eagles, if I remember correctly.
probably, if I had a guess.
I believe he had 2 tutties against the Birds.
I'm pulling up Justin Blackman's stats right now because I don't have that answer.
Justin Blackman could ball. He just didn't.
Okay, well, he did it because he played 20 games in that 1,280 receiving yards.
Yeah.
We're obviously guessing, but I'm assuming Pat has the answer, unless he just drew that. Some of the stat might have just came up. So but I just
Justin Blackman could ball. Yeah.
Charles Rogers, let's say.
Started at Michigan
That's
State.
Aaron Rodgers. We don't want him.
I think Charles passed away too, right? Recently.
Is Charles dead?
I think so.
Well, what about the dude that died from the Bengals? What was his name? Cincinnati Bengals.
Henry.
Chris Henry.
Chris Henry. He might have been a 2nd-round pick. Might have been a 3rd-round pick,
He was
actually.
good.
Yeah, he was a stud. He's a touchdown catcher.
Oh, Brashard Perriman.
Rashad Perriman's a good one, possibly.
Corey
That's
Davis,
That's a
maybe?
good pull. Corey Davis might have 700 though. He had a pretty good year last year, didn't he? But in his first 20 though, Greg, yeah, maybe, I don't know.
I mean, listen, like you said, it's an interesting. Now, Kelvin
Rashawn
Benjamin.
Woods. Look up Rashawn Woods. Kelvin Benjamin had a banger first year though, didn't he? Before he tore his ACL.
Yeah, but it's about the games, right? In those games, he definitely did. In those 20 starts, which is what the whole thing's based on.
Yeah, 20 starts.
He had over 700 yards. So
Corey Davis
absolutely,
did.
yeah.
Corey Davis did, right? I mean,
Yeah,
this
he
is
had
why
800 his second year.
Yeah, that's why these guys stick around for a minute. You know, that's why Jalen Reagor might not stick around.
He said 20 starts, and I guess it was 29 games for Reagor. 20 starts now.
Yeah,
Really?
good. Aguilar's a possibility. But the year we won to the Super Bowl, he had a pretty good year though.
No, but I don't know. You know, he had enough. He had definitely some drops and stuff. Oh, Mike Williams.
He could have. Mike Williams
Harry.
is the good one. No, N'Keal Harry's the good one.
N'Keal Harry.
Mike Williams had the greatest catch I've ever seen in my life in college. Remember that, Tom? Like a
He's
Nerf ball.
he's got
Remember how
600
blown away
yards
we
in
were when he
32
caught
games.
that ball? Like, did he just catch that? Just like, boom. What the fuck?
Although
And then he
N'Keal
went to the end
Harry
zone,
has
stunk.
played 32 games, but he's only has 18 starts. So I don't know if he's probably not one of them then. Although he's not going to get 100 yards in his next 2 starts.
N'Keal Harry about to have a touchdown catch in like fucking T-minus 2 minutes.
He's probably going to pick off Tua right now.
40 boy, is this the question? Because like I think I said this to Sweeps the other night. I don't know, but you're talking about help for Smitty. I go right back to the fucking well. I mean, I go right back to the well. Hey, Bama, how are you? I mean, I go
Jameson
right back
Williams,
to him.
throw him in the slot. Oh,
It's
okay.
Okay. There's probably
Hello.
there's a lot of other good wide receivers out there too.
Yeah.
I'm sure, but like
I like some other guys.
just joking around.
There's a
though,
lot
like,
though.
I got no problem going back to the well. I mean, all those guys that come out of there at the wide receiver position can fucking play. So I mean, I'll keep going to the well until the water's dry.
Yeah.
Right? Like
I think we said this last week. You know, they all can play.
Alone.
As long as they're not speeding,
Look at them
we're all right.
Waddle just caught another touchdown. You know what I mean? Fucking Waddle, fucking 200 receptions.
I like Waddle's little Waddle celebration.
Oh, I think it's hysterical.
I like it.
I love the Waddle. Love the Waddle. So original.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good fucking player. I'll tell you that.
So original. Like, oh, you're
Yeah.
doing the Waddle because you're Waddle. Look at you. Len's like, why is he waddling? I said, his last name's Waddle. She goes, that's great. I said, yeah, it's one of the better ones. One of the better ones.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yep. Clever. But no, I mean, look at it.
And guess what? He's pretty fucking good.
I mean, like, fuck Ruggs, obviously, but Ruggs showed he
I love when they're like two
No.
only throws the ball to him. I'm like, well, I mean, if he's the best player and he's open, I probably throw the ball to him too.
how that works. Remember when people were giving Hurts shit for throwing to DeVonta too much? If that's your best guy throwing the football.
But he wasn't.
I mean, if he's open, throw the ball.
I wish he would.
But he went away from it. But remember early on, he was beating them. The other thing is you look at like, listen, every one of them. I mean, Ruggs showed he could play until that until that situation.
Well, yeah, I mean, he had a skill set of being a very, very athletic and very fast. So he was going to,
Judy can play. He just doesn't have a quarterback.
Judy has explosibility. I know that's Tommy's guy. I think he might need to change the scenery. But I like Jerry Judy. Well,
recently,
the whole franchise needs a quarterback.
I don't know how much I love this, Jake, the Calvin Ridley thing. Like, what do I got to give up for Calvin Ridley? Like, if Atlanta thinks they're getting a hurt Ridley, they're fucking insane. So
and also
the other side of it is
Jake Friel. No, because what? So he can be like, if he's not getting the ball enough, he can be like, he has mental problems. He needs to sit out. No. I don't want to deal with none of that shit. Sorry. Nope. I'm a hard pass on Calvin Ridley. Go deal with your mental health issues somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely right. I would have said it. I was going to say it a little bit nicer than Wills, but
Who's
the guy
Gadsden?
The guy just sat out a whole year, for something personal, right? So, what is that going to come back? Who knows?
Yeah, when he's not playing well.
I mean, the skill set's there, kind of. I mean, I would definitely take him, but I'm not a fan of it. I would go somewhere else.
I don't have to go that direction. You know what I mean?
I mean, when he's playing, he's good. I don't think the ability is the question. It's just about what's going on.
Oh yeah, no, he can play.
Calvin
Ridley can definitely play.
You want a
I'm
fourth?
not taking that. I just don't want to deal with any of that. So I got no time for it.
Yeah, if I can give up a fourth for him, sure. I'll take the time and deal with it. It all depends on what I got to give up. Yeah. If I want.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll take a flyer for a fourth. I highly doubt they're going to move him for a fourth.
Well,
but maybe.
But with extra, I don't want to say baggage because it's unfair when you talk about mental health. But when there's extra there, the value then goes down. Like they're not getting a first, they're not getting a second. To be real with you, they're probably getting a third and maybe a 5 if they're lucky. It's just realistic. It's just the way the league is. Like maybe they get a max a second. Would I give up a second for him? Yeah, I'll put that waiver out because I don't think I'm going to do good enough in the second round anyway. So I got 3 first.
You do what the Colts did with Carson, right? You do a conditional.
Yeah.
If he plays, then cool. If we get to the playoffs or whatever condition you wanted in there. Oh, Freddie. Oh, I forgot about Freddie. Fred X. Fred X is absolutely on that list.
2 Eagles on the list.
That's it, Pat.
He might not. Honestly, he might not be. 700 is not that many yards. In 20 starts, 700 is not that many.
Pat,
it's only 35 yards a game.
We were wondering if you had the other 5 names. We were curious.
Two of them typically are Eagles.
That is incredible if Freddie's on there. Honestly, I think this guy we took in like the third pick in the second round, but another guy that might have been on there was Reggie Brown. If he was the first round pick.
He was a second rounder, but you're right.
He was very early in the second and he stunk. We just can't pick fucking anybody, dude.
Mac Williams.
DK, because Freddie didn't have 20 starts in his career. So is it games or starts?
How did Cardinals score? Anybody say?
If it's games, he definitely didn't eclipse 700 in 20.
I think Connor plunged in Wilson, I think. After that pick.
He ran it in?
Yeah, I'll look for you, but I'm pretty sure that's what I saw after the pick.
Bill, I think Godwin still does cost a lot, Bill. I mean, he's the top wide receiver target out there after injury. He's still going to command a lot of money. I would absolutely take him, but
Tampa's definitely going to re-sign him. Brady loves Godwin.
He's going to cost a lot.
TJ, it's a no-brainer. It's linebacker. Like bigger need. DJ World has bigger need linebacker or wide receiver. To me, that's easy. That's linebacker.
Yeah, it's linebacker for sure. But I would like to draft another wide receiver. I don't think we have to draft one in the first round though. But the way that we draft wide receivers, we might as well just fucking try to sign up a free agent because we'll draft a shitty guy. So sign somebody that we know can play. Yeah, we're gonna have money. I'd rather draft defensive players and sign a wide receiver. Honestly,
I didn't love that pick, Mr. Wing. That high. I don't think none of us really did that high. Outside.
I like him, but yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I don't take running backs or tight ends. I guess
had a record-breaking year, but yeah, didn't do much.
Yeah, it does. The thing is, it's like you say, Greg. Does it turn your team around when you're that bad of a team? a tight end or a running back don't turn your team around. In my opinion, that's why you don't take them there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Quarterback.
Like Saquon. Saquon, good player. Had a great year the first year for the Giants. What have they done since they drafted him? Nothing. Bad pick.
Boom.
Defensive TD for Atlanta?
No, he just ran it in, this dude.
Oh. Who the hell is this guy? Kadri Allison. Who the fuck is that?
Right, that would be ideal. I mean, I would love Mike Williams next to DeVonta Smith. I think you need to go get yourself a big wide out.
I do love me some Mike Williams.
Oh, he does catch touchdowns. So, that's a really good name.
Yeah, we'll see if the Chargers let him get away. But yeah, I love that name though.
Yep, I agree.
I would venture to guess they don't let him get away, but
yeah, I would think they're going to try to lock him up with their young quarterback.
And remember, you got to look. I mean, these guys are projected free agents, but you still have the franchise tag around. And a guy like Chris Godwin in Tampa could get franchised again, right? Because you can do it.
And they already said Green Bay already said they're going to franchise DeVonta.
So I mean, that's the problem with some of these names. Like these guys could be franchise tag. Like Mike Williams could be franchise tag. I'm not saying he will be. Could be depending on their situation, on who they're going to use it on. So there's those types of things too.
Yeah, and to me, a guy like Mike Adams seems like a no-brainer for them to try and re-sign, just because how many more years does Keenan Allen have at a high level? So you're going to want to continue to keep someone around that has,
plus
deep
Keenan's had
abilities.
Back-to-back healthy seasons. You know that injury's coming. I like me some Keenan Allen though. I'm always a fan. Great route runner.
Yeah, it looks like a little slight emergence of the Guyton kid, so Williams could be expendable.
I do like Jalen Guyton.
Yeah.
Do you like Jalen Guyton?
Yeah, could be depending on what their needs are, right? Like, I just don't know what they want to do with their roster. I don't know how much money they have, right? When you look at all these teams, I don't know what their financial situations are to say, hey, you know what? They're not going to let this guy out the door. Worst case, they're going to franchise him. Maybe they're in a situation where they can't afford that. So, right, and then they're going, all right, we're gonna go not younger per se because he's not a old guy, but like, hey, maybe we go a little younger, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
So it's all we gotta wait to really see who's available. But either way,
Allen Robinson had such a bad year though. It's like you might be able to get him kind of cheaper. But I don't know. They might keep him. Who knows what they're going to do?
He was banged up a lot this year, and obviously Chicago was a dumpster fire all year. So you're right, though. How do you judge that? Right?
Said 8 games of under 30 yards receiving? Though.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's really rough.
Yeah,
really rough. Especially for a guy that's a good player.
At this point.
I mean, he's kind of old now. I think
he's a little bit on. Yeah, I would.
He's
on
a
super cheap deal. Sure, right? You know what I mean? Like super cheap deal. Cool, but I agree with you. I would move past. The one good thing though is I like what we do have in Smith and Watkins right there, right? So you have 2 guys that can catch the football and can make plays after the catch as well. So going into the future, I do like what they have, but I think also that kind of screams something as well. Like you only really have 2 guys in your room right now, right? You know what I mean? To that point.
Yeah. Yeah, you do have to find it somewhere. But when you have a young offense like this and a young quarterback that you assume you're moving forward with, you want to surround that with young pieces to allow them to grow together. Then you're not like ready to win a Super Bowl tomorrow. So, to me, those other names are more like, hey, am I going to overpay for Godwin? Not that it's an overpay, but am I going to spend that type of money on a Mike Williams, a Godwin, if I don't know if I'm ready to go cut a net down?
Right.
I don't know when I have all this draft capital. That being said, spending that money could get me over that hurdle too. Could get me there. So it's how you want to look at it.
Yep, depends what you do with those picks, right? Because if you
I haven't drafted well in the first round on wide receivers, period, or overall. So.
Take that out of you just went DeVonta. So you got to address linebacker. You got to address defense. 2 of those picks got to be on defense. All right. And then you can, hopefully maybe
give
sign.
Me an edge rusher.
Maybe you can sign. And maybe you can sign a veteran wide receiver to pair with your young quarterback. All right. You can't be bringing in another young wide receiver. You know what I mean? Like you need an impact guy that can play opposite of Smith and Watkins, who are already two young guys. All right, so that's where you got to go defense with these 2 picks. All right, and then try to sign some guys. Easier said than done. I get it. You know what I mean? But I would try to sign a veteran wide receiver as opposed to taking another young wide receiver.
I'm in the same boat as you, Sweep. Same boat.
The other side of it, right? Like, I agree with everything you just said. Just spitballing. The other side of it is you have 3 first. Now, I don't think they make all 3. No. Right? I just don't feel that happening. But say
we're
gonna
trade one. You know this.
Yeah, but say they do make all 3. Okay, if they do make all 3, and 2 of those picks are defense, and then the best player on the board is is a wide receiver, then I'm like, okay, I'm okay with it. But I still think you have way bigger needs,
Debo,
than to go in that direction right now, right? I just think you do. If that's corner, safety, linebacker, or wherever.
Honestly, I would trade 2 of them to move up and get the best edge rusher in the draft.
Well, I think we're going to see both. I think you're going to see one trade up to potentially grab somebody, and then you're going to see a trade out. So you're going to use 2, and I think you're going to secure one for next year. Another one for next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing Howie likes more than fucking having picks down the line. You know that's coming.
Well, listen, we're going to need safeties. We're going to need more than we think we do right now. I'm just telling the people that, defensively, we need a lot. All right, we really do. It's not just like, oh, we need a safety. Like, we need a safety. We probably need another corner. We need it, right? We need a linebacker. We could use some more defensive line help. So it's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like it's one position, which is sort of a good thing, because really throughout this, we can talk about drafting defensive guys, but at the end of the day,
a dominant end is really what we need.
At the end of the day, though, it's got to always be your best player available. So if you get caught with your pants down, those guys are offensively, I could see them drafting an offensive lineman. I could see, you know what I mean? I could see some of those things happen too.
And that's where you can, like you said, if you can
get an Eli Mitchell touchdown, please.
If you can move around, like you said, not just necessarily trading the pick, obviously trading the pick, but if you can move up and, if you can get into that top 5, maybe you can get, Hutchinson or Thoreau, to Wilson's point,
that's what I want.
That two stud defensive ends right there. You know what I mean?
That's what I want, Sweeps.
Yeah, I don't know. My vibe is they know. I would hope that they know they have a lot of holes to fill, and they don't go up, right?
That high.
And they just stay where they're at and say, hey, whatever falls to us, we're just going. You know what I mean? We're going to keep it moving. But I also, I don't know if I go up for Hutchinson. I think the kid from Oregon I go up for. I don't know how I feel about Aiden Hutchinson. I like him. I don't know. He really jumped up. He wasn't even probably a first round grade coming into this year. Better yet, the overall, maybe not number one pick. Maybe late first, Wilson. But he sure as hell wasn't a top
late first.
We also have to think too.
I was going to say early.
He's more of a stand-up linebacker than he is an edge rusher, though, too. Yeah, now, obviously, we've seen what Micah is doing down in Dallas, right? So that doesn't necessarily need to be a prerequisite. But if you're looking for, in the 4-3, if you're looking for a true, traditional defensive end,
athletic ability, by the way,
huh?
And he's also nowhere.
No. You're completely right.
If
you're looking at Hutchinson to be that true 100% traditional DN, I don't think he is. I think he's more of what Brandon Graham was coming out of college, where he was that tweener, outside linebacker, D end, right? And it took BG a long time to fully become a traditional D end.
Yeah. No, like you said,
I totally agree with you, Greg. I was down on Brandon Graham for a long time.
And I know what Tom's saying. I mean, that's probably it's probably too far, and it might be the sexy pick. But if you're talking about a guy that puts his hand in the ground and gets to the quarterback, it might be the kid from Purdue, the Karlofs's kid. You know what I mean? He might be the best.
I like it. I like him too.
Might be the best edge guy in the draft. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so we know how this works.
Maybe he falls in the 5 to 10 range.
Oh, sweet.
Sweeps, we know how this works, though, Sweeps. You know what I mean? Like some of those high guys, they go too high, right? And then some of these other defensive linemen fall a little bit, and then there's the diamonds in the rough per se, and those guys end up being better pass rushers, or the other way. I mean, that's why the draft's fucking crazy. That's why you're in a position where you're in, where thank God you have a lot of picks, So hopefully, your miss rate's a little lower.
Yeah.
40 Bill, you don't have to talk me into a good time. I just don't know if at where we're at, if that pick makes a lot of sense.
Oh,
I think Dotson's more of a late first round, and we're more middle.
Yeah. Dotson to me is not. That's like Jefferson, Jalen Reagor in the first round to me. And I like Dotson, but he start talking to me about him in the second round.
Yeah, no, I mean, you and again, you talk about your guy to fill in your slot, sure, but I don't think he comes in day one and is an impact.
But listen, there's going to be, we got plenty of time to continue this conversation, in terms of draft. But as these games are starting to, get down to the end here.
big play by Jalen Ramsey.
We're going to start finding out who the fuck we're playing.
Big play.
It looks like we're probably going to go to Tampa, but there's a lot going on here.
Get up. Why didn't you?
This isn't over yet.
You idiot.
That's what I just said, Greg.
Yeah.
More. What are you doing? I
None of this is over yet.
took him
That's
took
crazy.
him 11 seconds to catch the ball, and he tried to get up and just stay in the end zone. Huge play though. Looked like Jimmy G got hit in the face too. He looked like he was yelling at the ref for the flag.
I hate Kyle Shanahan. I don't want a team to lose more right now. I not a Kyle Shanahan fucking loser. Fucking now he's going to come back and win a game. Fuck you, Kyle. All right. Fuck you.
I
Put the
mean,
ball in the belly.
let's calm down. I'm fine with that. Eli Mitchell.
No. I'm not asking him to run the ball now. I'm asking him to lose it. He had his chance to run it fucking 4 years ago or whatever it was. He had his chance to run it, and he decided not to. So I don't even. Now he's a running.
Where are you going?
Tyler, throw the fucking ball.
Yeah, where are you going, dude?
Arizona's not that good. They're whatever to me.
They're not bad, but they're definitely. And it's without is DeAndre going to play? Because that's big.
Well, Russ looks healthy too. That's another thing I'm not going to take away from them. The last 2 weeks, it looks like Russell Wilson.
I will double down. I'll double down again on the fact that I will trade a first-round pick for Russell Wilson in a heartbeat.
But you think it's just one?
I mean, I might trade two. Tackle him! Oh, what a play! Oh, pick it up!
Oh my God, he got it off!
Nope.
He kinda got it off.
Semi again with semi. A lot of semi.
Semi night. I might get a score later.
Official score playing.
Just to continue it. I'm coming in, babe.
Later. Eli Mitchell gets in the end zone. I'll have a semi.
Yeah, a lot of semi.
Windows and doors right. I'm coming in.
Fucking half finish here.
Oh God. The night of the semi.
Mark Stewart playing in the background. Tommy's flying in.
Buckle up. We're coming in for a landing.
Finally, I get a turbulence.
Buckle this.
Little lick. You can't milk a cat, fucker. That was a good show.
I can't believe that fucking
we've been talking about it.
Having a sling party.
It is crazy. We still have no clue. We're at the witching hours, as they say on the red zone. I mean, fucking God. You're like, you know what I mean? We have no clue we're playing.
Look at that. Hit in the head. Where's the flag on that?
Lotta.
Hit in the head. Aren't we paid? Aren't we supposed to be looking at that? Shit.
Lotta, appreciate the super chat.
Lotta, like the avatar, like the photo.
By the way, Lotta, I love Georgia tomorrow. By the way, I don't think we've gotten into that yet, but I love Georgia tomorrow.
I'm not loving any. I'm not.
Love Georgia.
Tough to bet against Saban, but I was on Georgia myself, I think.
Love Georgia.
It smells easy. Bama again.
Love me some
Bama
Georgia.
again tomorrow night.
Okay. We'll see.
Aren't they fucking getting points?
No.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
Bama's getting. What are they getting? A couple? What are they getting? I didn't look at.
Yes, they are.
What are they?
3.5?
3.5, 4.
Good. I'll take the 3.5, 4 with Bama. You're going to tell me they're the dog now?
I'm telling you, I'll take Georgia.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I'll lose money with Bama points.
2.5.
Take my chances. Take my chances. 1 point game. Georgia still wins.
By the hook. By the hook.
I found out the other night that Jordan Davis is 26 years old. I did not know that.
Yes,
I did not draft him in the
old
first
as
round.
hell.
Yeah, I am not drafting him in the first round, but it doesn't. Guy drops in the second, we'll dabble.
I don't know how you're at 26 without being from BYU. I don't know how you're at 26.
Oh my God, what just happened? Pick the ball up. What just happened?
Punters are struggling.
Oh my Lord.
Oh my God. What is fucking
Nobody wants that division.
rip that ticket up.
Hey, nobody wants the NFC West. Nobody wants that division tonight.
Touchdown pass Tyler Lockett, I'd be happy with.
Rough
I'm
day.
gonna lie about that.
God, what a punter day.
What happened? He just dropped the ball. Kick the ball.
Everybody went by him. But after that, he still had hope. Watch this. Okay. Everybody went by him. Pick it up, dummy.
DJ says, I'll draft Davis if he's at 32 years old. That's phenomenal.
See you, Wells.
Yeah, he is a problem. He is a problem. Yeah, I mean, let us know, guys. Everybody out there, who you taking tomorrow night? You know, I like Bama. I'm not gonna. I don't love it like it's a guarantee or anything like that. But I like him again because I think it's safe to assume that most people are saying that they don't beat them twice, which makes a lot of sense to me. But I'm just not going to bet against them not beating them twice while getting points. Like now you're telling them they're a dog. Okay. All right. I'll go with you again to own Kirby Smart again, Nick. To own him again because you fucking have owned him. So until he beats you, I can't believe it's going to happen. Plus, I just don't know how much I believe in their quarterback, right? It's a quarterback game at the end of the day. I don't know how much I believe in Stenson, right? Like, okay, you look good against Michigan, but Michigan's also not Bama. So, I mean, it's a big game for him. If Georgia wins, he has to play well, obviously.
No, you're absolutely right.
Well. I don't know if he will. I mean, I don't know. I feel better about betting with Bryce Young playing well than I do with him.
Yeah, of course. You got
That's what scares me. That's what scares me on the Georgia.
If fucking Seaburger calls me again while we're on air, I'm going to kill him.
I would assume that Georgia, the revenge side, is a big thing here, and I'm not putting anything past that. That's huge. Playing, again versus each other is gigantic. But I'm always going to bet on the better quarterback here.
You got the best coach of all time. You got the best coach of all time. And you got the better quarterback, and obviously they got 5-star guys everywhere. So I mean, you wouldn't go wrong. You wouldn't.
It's a great matchup. Should be a great game.
Where do you go, Zach?
I'm just looking at, like you said, Kirby's 0-4. Sometimes at some point the dam's got to break. All right, and they know they got whooped. All right, they know they got whooped out.
That's the whole thing, Sweeps. That's why I like them.
Now it's like, hey,
their defense is too good. They got whooped. I think they're going to come up and lay a whipping. I think the defense plays great.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that defense recovers as well.
Yeah, because what happened in the first game too is Nick Saban naturally, because he's great, gave Georgia something they hadn't seen all year, right? He spread them out and he didn't go right at their offense or their defensive line and their front seven. He spread them out and they threw the ball a lot more than what teams have traditionally done against Georgia. So again, now you're going to play chess and what's the game plan tomorrow? Because now I think Georgia's going to be prepared to be spread out. And I think it's going to be a good game. That's for sure.
Oh, I can't wait for it, right?
I lean Georgia as well.
I feel even better. I fucking feel even better.
Yeah, well, I could have done without that. Yeah.
Yep. Lock it in, boys. Lock it in. It's fucking Bama City tomorrow night. You know what? I didn't know how I felt about it. And now I fucking love Bama.
Why couldn't you mute his mic?
On slots the other day, I'm a fucking degenerate, and I'm contemplating the 10K piece. Put it all the chips in now.
Why couldn't we mute this guy?
Hey, new member, Julio.
Hey,
Emilio.
Hey,
Julio.
the Mighty Duck Man himself.
Julio, we appreciate it, brother. Welcome to become one of our YouTube members. Let me tell everybody out there something. We will be starting our members over on the Facebook side of things in the coming weeks as well, where you're going to get the same perks, all that stuff, $9.99 a month, and we're going to be bringing some new stuff to the table for the new year for all our members. We've had a lot of conversations about a little around the horns, a little A2D around the horn for our members. So we got a lot of fun stuff coming up. Stay locked in. Continue to be a member. Tell a friend to tell a motherfucking friend that he needs to become a member. Hit the damn like button if you haven't. Hit the subscribe if you haven't. All right? Welcome in. Hit the share wherever you're watching us. Comment in too. You know, we like to get to everything.
Rams just scored, and Seattle just scored simultaneously.
You don't want anything to do
kidding me?
You don't want any of that cup smoke.
I want none of that. I want absolutely none of that.
Nope.
He might go for 250 versus our defense.
Yeah.
Like Cooper
I
Kupp.
mean, that's what you're saying that Stafford might throw a pick. He also might not throw an incompletion.
Yep.
The last time we played a good quarterback, he had 80.
I was really just going. I just didn't want to
be.
be 4 agrees. You know what I mean? So I was just really
we know
picking
you're
straws at
fucking
the other
screwed.
side.
Come on, Tommy. Come on. You know what I mean? You're watching 2-man in arenas at once. Like you're going right back. You watch episode 1, you're right back to episode 1 again.
I actually haven't.
I think Tom. Now, Tom. Quick
Dude,
question.
it's so good. So good.
Oh, you mentioned it, yeah.
Oh, what a catch, Robbie Anderson. Holy shit!
Only took him 8 weeks.
Didn't want to hear that. Love being behind when you're laying the fucking 11. Didn't want to hear that. I was like, 4th and 4. Would it be a great stop here?
Great catch.
Over the shoulder, 2 sweeps. Like his best catch of the year. His best catch of the year. Yep.
Another game. Wilt had to be talking about that game. I mean,
That's
get me
what's scary.
I'm sorry.
Get me in a fucking hurricane. Send me to Millville and put me in a fucking hurricane.
Millville game.
Classic. For those that don't, for the true OGs that don't know that one, you can find it in the archive. We'll probably share it at some point. It's a classic. It's the beginning of the baseball season classic.
We'll wait till we get there.
That's a great one.
But Robbie Anderson is a great name. That's what kind of scares me about the free agent market, though, right? We go out and sign a guy like that, and he turns out to be like that guy in Carolina. You know what I mean?
I think Robbie Anderson's a little more talented than you're giving him credit for. He has slop and shit thrown on the ball. They're the two guys, slop and shit.
I'm assuming the slops is Darnold and the shit's Cam.
Darnold, slop, Cam, shit. Yeah.
I just wanted to confirm there.
I mean, do we have a rocket arm throwing the football up here?
No, but he's better than slop and shit, I would say.
I agree.
I knew Gronk was going to have a big game today. Fuck. I think he needed 7 and 85 for a mil bonus. He knew that Tom was throwing him the ball.
This is probably the worst thing for us to watch right now. If he's fucking ready to go and his body's delicious.
Oh, he's gonna have a monster game against us. That's the guy we got to cover.
I just feel like we have a better chance of getting
Alex Singleton.
Oh,
up.
catch the ball! Jesus Christ, 56.
I just feel like we have a better chance of getting home versus Brady, even though he gets it out so fast, than we do with Matty. I think Matty just can extend a little bit better at these points of their careers.
Yeah,
a little bit better. That's another little thing I think about too. But Brady gets the ball out of his hand so fast, and Stafford doesn't necessarily. So you have your advantages both ways, right? Like Matty might hold on to the ball longer, but if we're not putting any pressure on the field that, now, is that going to matter?
What's this guy doing? Oh my Lord! You see the Jets lineman running on the field as the ball is being punted. Like, well, what are you doing? Where are you at?
Yeah,
you're 4-12. 4-12. The reason you're 4-12 is attention to detail, probably.
Play freeze. Like you're already off the field. Like you already fucked up. Just say freeze.
Let me ask you guys a question.
On film, next year.
Oh God, there's Von Miller by the way
on the field, or just be like, oh, sorry,
Von
Coach,
Miller off the edge.
Oh, I got a question. Miller off the edge. I got a question for you guys. Out of all the rookie quarterbacks, all right, this year, since it's pretty much coming to an end now, which one? Your real early fucking prediction. Which one has the biggest jump next year? Which one takes the biggest jump out of the first round quarterbacks from this year?
Trevor Lawrence.
Lawrence, okay.
Yeah, I'll say Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, he looked a little better today, and we know what kind of talent he is. So it was just an absolute shit show he was in, and we alluded to, and we talked about it. I think last week. There's been a lot of studs that had a 1-15, 2-15, 2-14, 3-14, whatever it is. Starts their their rookie seasons. Just on bad teams. That's how they got the, that's how they got the number one pick because they weren't good teams. So, but I think I agree with Wills. I think Sunshine's gonna figure it out. They got to fix a lot of things, but I thought he looked a little more poised today. He didn't look lost today.
Yep.
Obviously when you're winning, it helps.
He threw some good balls today. He did.
Yeah, he did.
Well, we already know it. We know.
Dude, Kyler, what are you doing, dude?
Greg,
the other side of that too is like you look at New England and Mac, right?
1,000 years old.
They're in the playoffs, so like, what's the next step for Mac? Like, what is that jump, right? Super Bowl, division, right? So I think the ceiling and the room for Trevor Lawrence or Zach Wilson is there to improve. I do think it's Trevor. I think if the Jaguars are smart, they go with a Byron Leftwich type of coach, even a Doug Peterson type of coach, guys that have worked around quarterbacks and know how to work quarterbacks.
Yeah, I think Dougie.
He got that.
I think if I'm Doug, I'd probably prefer the Raiders job because it's not a
3rd and
dumpster
18
fire,
draw.
but,
Holy tits!
If you're looking at someone who's trying to get the best out of Trevor, I don't think you can go much. I don't think you can go wrong with either Byron or Doug coming in there to help him take that next step.
I'm right with you on that, Greg. Absolutely. I do like Kyle. I do like Kyle Wilson.
Well, hold on, Wells. Let the guy.
I'm sorry, sir.
I love to join you guys.
Josh Jacobs and Darren Waller are both active for tonight. By the way, I just saw that.
Listen, I probably would go Trevor. I would probably go Trevor Lawrence. Come to my head, right? You know what I mean? But just to have the conversation and get a little and have a little fun with it, I'll probably go Mr. Wilson for one reason. In New York, is some stability, right? Not saying great stability, just saying, hey, you have your head coach and most likely your offensive coordinators and stuff like that back with you again another year, right? And you have Elijah Moore, who turned into a good little wide receiver. You have Michael Carter, who's a good little running back, it seems like. So you have some offensive pieces there. They drafted 2 linemen this past year or over the last 2 years, right? So you have some pieces of stability there with the Jets. Okay, they've obviously showed improvement just in win-wise. But
and they weren't dumpster fire down the stretch.
Yeah, I think he can make a really good jump because of stability, right? I'm not saying he will. A gun to my head, I'll say it again. I would go Trevor Lawrence, right? Just for conversation, I'll be the guy who makes the argument for Wilson then, that he makes a big jump next year. He might not. I don't know. But just because of stability, I'll take my shot with that. But now, if Doug goes or Leftwich goes down there,
Brady throwing dimes,
that changes the whole dynamic. Obviously, it depends what they bring in house. But now Lawrence again, he's getting a brand new offense again, right? And however you want to look at it. Now, I don't think that's going to change much because the game's going to slow down for him, and that's the biggest part of it.
Yeah,
the biggest part is the slowdown for him. So Beans is going to slow down. He most likely will. But I think Wilson has a really good chance of being good.
No, Tommy, I think you're spot on. I mean, like I said, the Jets weren't complete dumpster fires down the stretch. And a lot of that was getting Wilson back and Wilson playing better, coming down the stretch. Now, they didn't win games, right? They didn't do a whole lot of that, but I thought he played a lot better this second half of the year than he did early on.
He absolutely did. He looked pretty well he played pretty well against New England last week.
Yeah, I look at flashes.
Threw the ball well.
He flashed.
And they have no weapons right now. Everyone's hurt for him.
Like against us in the first half, he flashed first us, right? So I look at the flashes and say, for a little guy, you got zippity doo dah, right? Now, like, listen, can you take the hits? Can you endure that stuff? I don't have that answer. But what answer I do have is like you got mobility, which is a big time asset to have, especially when you're young. Lawrence does too, right? You have probably a better offensive line than it looks like Jacksonville does currently. And I would assume that's only going to get better in the offseason for the Jets too. But you had that zippity doo dah and you flashed a few times. Now, can you stay on the field enough being that little and endure it? That's the biggest elephant in the room that nobody has the answer for.
And I also would say that Justin Fields has a chance as well to be pretty damn good. But I want to see who they bring because I'm pretty sure they're probably going to fire their head coach. So I want to see who they bring in before I say anything about that. But I think Fields has a shot to be pretty good. But I want to see who they hire as head coach.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, Will. So that's another one that is tied to their next coach, right? Obviously, Nagy is a dumpster fire, and he always was.
I'm just not.
Yeah, I'm not a Fields guy. So I mean, like
if you're talking flashes, like he flashed this year.
He flashed a couple times. Had a good game against
played
Pittsburgh.
well,
Good
a little
game.
bit.
I have agendas with
a little bit.
this, Greg. Greg, I got agendas with some of this, obviously. I never said one way or the other about Wilson. It was so unknown, right? But I didn't think Fields was going to be good, but I think he can be, obviously. But again, this all comes down with these young guys, to your guys' points, is surrounding them, right? Like Doug said to John Lynch that one day, hey, we just can't mess this guy up. I'm talking about Carson, right? Got all the tools, just can't mess him up. Or maybe somebody messed him up, but it's still messed up. But the fact of the matter is,
he's still gone.
It's about stability, and it's about the right people around you too. That factor into your skill set, and then the other side of it is how much you gonna work, right?
True.
Nobody wants to talk about that.
Got to keep working. That's for sure.
Especially with the young guys.
I think Lawrence is a worker. I think all these guys work hard. I know Fields works hard. So, I'm not going to question any of these guys' work ethics. I think this is a really good quarterback class, right? At the end of the day, it looks like a really good one. It can turn into a really good one. And that doesn't happen too often.
I mean, 4 starters already.
Yeah,
4 starters already.
I don't know about Lance, but the other 4 have shown me Lance hasn't played enough, right? The other
Lance
4
is going to be your new version of the quarterbacks, right? Lance is your new NFL quarterback. We have one too. You know what I mean? Like, we have that new model. Once we get rid of the Bradys, the Rodgers,
I'll tell you what,
now
I think
the
Lance
Wilsons,
has a shot to be decent just because I like his weapons. I like Brandon Ayuk. I like Deebo Samuel. I like Eli Mitchell. I love George Kittle.
We're moving into a new era of a quarterback, and that's obviously that's different from what we all grew up with.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean,
I wouldn't say we're moving. I'd say we've already moved.
Well, yeah, to your point. You're right. You were already there.
Well, not really. I mean, we've had guys that can move around before. It's just
Deebo, get loose.
Now it's just at another level. But for the last 20 years, there's been plenty of guys that can escape and move and shift and run and can
now
throw.
it's almost like every team,
Tom, yeah.
But now it's almost everywhere.
Well, it's because
you see it at college, right? There's no more pure dropbacks in college.
Everything's a copycat, Greg.
Yep.
But what they want to do in the NFL is they want to be able to get you to throw enough from the pocket, right? That's the other elephant in the room. Can you throw it enough from the pocket? The reason Lawrence and Wilson are better than those guys outside of Mac, like leave Mac out of it, is because they have the escapability. They have those things, but both of them already can throw from the pocket.
Yep.
Like we've seen that at the college level of them doing that pretty well too. Now, not saying Lance to me, I don't know. I can't answer that, bro. I don't watch enough North Dakota. But Fields, yeah, but his problem and his biggest problem, I think he's going to run into the NFL. He's always held the ball a long time. Even going back to Ohio State, this is my critique of him. You can't be holding 7 seconds. You can get away with that, Ohio State. You can't get away with that in the National Football League. You'll get fucking killed.
Yeah, you will get killed. Yeah, you're 100% right about that.
And he did this year.
Yeah, that's my biggest knock on Fields. It's not arm strength. It's not ability. It's, bro, you think you'd hold on to it 7 seconds? Your shelf life is going to be 2 years. Night-night. The other guys have a better understanding early on of zip, out. Even Lawrence, even though he struggled, right, he still understands, I got to get rid of the football.
Oh, listen, that's why I
think. Oh, sorry, Sweeps, go.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just going to say, like, that's why I think young guys need to play. I mean, there's certain situations when they don't, but you got to get a look at what you have. Like, that's why if I'm the Packers, that's why Aaron Rodgers always gets a blank check. He gets a blank check. I'd probably give him $1 billion. $1 billion. That's how bad Jordan Love is. Fucking stinks. Fucking stinks. You know what I mean? And like, hey, play to your fucking 45, but I mean, make him as happy as he can. You know what I mean? Like, I know you're a strange cat, but whatever you can do to fucking keep that dude happy, man. Oh my God.
I'm right with you on that, Sweeps. Yeah, it's like remember when Favre started all the games, but Rodgers came in against Dallas that one game and played well, almost came back, and they were like, oh, you know what? I think we might have something here. Well, guess what? We've seen Jordan Love play a couple times now. I don't think they got something.
They don't have anything.
I might want to keep Aaron around.
Doesn't look like
that guy is like best player in the league. Might want to keep him around.
It doesn't look like it. Now, like,
Back-to-back MVPs.
the only thing I'll give him is like, it's coming in the half. It's coming in after the half, and then what?
He started a game.
No.
Shit.
I'm getting there. He started a game. I understand that, and that was bad. That's like what was that? His first start too.
Right.
Kansas City on the road,
and that was in Kansas City. So, like, he probably stinks. It looks like he stinks. Like, my eyes tell me when I watch him throw picks today, like he's all out of whack. But like,
touchdown, Dan Fran.
You know how this game works. You got to play, right? You got to fucking play.
Juwan Jennings with his second. Holy shit.
Right, boys. You got to play.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I need a little sample size. You looks like you fucking stink, but also, to be fair, like, I need you to play to really know.
San Fran go for 2? Do you go for 2?
I hope not.
Bill, you just kind of answered. I think that's somewhere in that 6.5, 7.5 range. I think it's right about a tutty.
I was thinking like 7,
7.5, 8.
Yep.
I love that number. Sign me up.
They didn't go for 2, by the way. Tie game, 26 seconds left. Looks like they might be heading to overtime in San Francisco.
Love a walk-off touchdown.
What do you think it's going to be, Tom? Or you're just saying you would love that?
What?
You think the spread?
Oh, no. I would love if it was like 7.5, 8. I think I would hammer Eagles there, is all I was saying.
That's it.
Yeah. I would love it I would love it around that number because I think that's a.
I think we can keep them close against Tampa. I really do. I don't know if we can beat them.
Now you give me 8. You give a 7.5 against. I don't know. Like, I just feel like with the Eagles, because the way we want to go about things, that we're trying to keep it that way. So maybe we can keep it. When we show late in games to come back and cover early on in the year when we were down, where we make these little runs to make games look like they're closer than they are too. So I would like to know the Eagles.
Kyler TD pass here.
I would like to know the Eagles as a dog this year because I think they're pretty good up until last night, obviously. I think my $40 money line didn't age well.
Yeah, I'm with you. I had a money line. Well, no, I didn't. I had them at plus 3.5 and plus 6.5.
Yeah, but I do some things, but
stupid.
Overall, they're 8-1 against the spread.
Okay.
As an underdog,
it's as even as you can be, pretty much.
They're 3-5 as underdogs.
Wow, I was way off. I thought they would do pretty well. I thought they've done pretty well as a dog, but I guess I got to remember who they were dogs against.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and then like were those points 8? You know what I mean? 8.5. I don't know.
4-2-1 naturally as a favorite.
So it looks like we're playing Tampa.
Yeah. It's kind of how it's looked all day, I feel like.
5-4 against the spread on the road.
Yeah, I was way off. But either way, I take him at 8.5.
We have played pretty well on the road. That's for sure.
That one didn't.
4-3 after a loss. Like,
can we not do this?
Did he catch that?
Can we not go kick the field goal, please?
Oh, he did catch that. Well,
2-2 as an away underdog.
Can we get this game to overtime, please, San Fran? Come on.
No, like walk off TD in OT.
By Eli Mitchell.
No, Rams. I don't want him in the playoffs. I fucking hate Kyle Shanahan. Stay home.
Yeah, I don't want San Fran. I could care less.
I hate the Saints too, but I mean, I'm go with San Fran. Not.
I'll tell you what, Tampa don't want the Saints in. I'll tell you that.
They're shaking in their boots.
Fucking Tommy gets a little nervous around them fucking Saint boys.
Good ball, Kyle.
9-0. 9-0. Saints beat them 9-0 the other day.
Yeah,
a little nervous. Gets a little nervous around those beignets.
Really good ball.
Beignets, a couple beignets. Yeah. Beignets. I would love a beignet right now.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Give me a whole bag of them. Just shake the sugar in there. Just I can hand them over.
I'm going to destroy Texas Roadhouse. Let's go.
You went to Texas Roadhouse today?
Yeah, she as soon as we're going to drop that order in.
Oh my God! I almost want to just tell you to we just cut this. All right, we're done. Get your move on. I love me.
All right, so listen, we're playing Tampa. We're playing Tampa, boys. So like finally, 2 hours into this show, right? We know officially who we got.
Yeah.
How we
What
feeling?
does Daryl know that we don't? Not that we weren't already looking at it, but
Tampa won.
Tampa just won. Didn't
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Missed that.
Yeah, they stamped.
Greg. Fucking Greg.
Can't stamp a double stamp.
Cover play.
You can't double stamp. Lloyd.
There's still 4 minutes left, but they scored again. Oh my God, the cover play. 23 in the fourth.
Are we kicking the field goal right now? Arizona?
23 in the fourth. Yeah, these coaches, they're amazing.
I mean, 4th and goal from the 12. I understand, but
yeah.
I mean,
Good kick.
Don't do me any good, but I hear you. It's the right move for it. It's the right move for him.
There is still 6 minutes left.
Not
Tampa hasn't won yet, but it's 34-17. I mean, it's about to be 41-17. Sorry.
Scotty scored.
Scotty Miller going house.
Yeah. Run it up.
Go ahead, let him put up 40 this week. Love it. Love it. Put up a 40.
I'm not sure how much I love it.
I love it. Fucking come back next week with a fucking 20 piece. We won 24. We went 24-20. Let's fucking go. Start buying in, Wills.
I love your optimism.
We're fucking shocking the world round one.
I think we have a shot to be in the game.
4.
Yes.
We're shocking the world round one. Round
Come on,
2.
San Fran. Win the fucking toss. Come on, San Fran. Win the toss.
Round 2, we're probably getting beat by 80. But round 1, we're taking somebody down.
Yeah, San Fran won the toss. Let's go, San Fran.
Scotty on the reverse to the house. Ooh.
Fuck, this is horse shit. This is all set up. Oh, 17-0 fucking lead.
And here comes, don't look now, but here come the Patriots.
And well, we're all looking.
3 timeouts, 3 minutes left, about to score.
Come on, we want the higher pick. I know Sweets wants to end the season on a high note, so I don't want to bring him down.
Bring away.
Bring him away.
How many spots do we gain? Do we
Think
know?
about that.
I don't know. Every spot matters for fucking Howie. It'd be a fucking spot, and I'm like, win.
That's the other thing. Like not to go to full draft, but like when you look at the draft, like most of our picks are all going to be really like congested. So another reason why you're probably going to get a trade up and a trade out, just because you're not going to take 3 picks within 9 spots.
Touchy. Patriots. Damian Harris. No, I want the Patriots to lose because that guy that was pumping his shirt out.
As long as the Bills win, I'm good.
You saw that sweeps I hit.
I still cash the ticket if the Bills win.
Yep, want that guy to. I want that guy to fucking get beat up before he leaves the stadium.
Can't do anything with the winnings down here in Florida.
Why is he going like this? You're not playing, dude.
I want that guy to wrestle on alligator. Yep.
Yo, we're winning next week. We're winning next weekend.
Oh, here we go.
Book it, Wills. Book it. Get the clip fucking ready. Get the
I
clip
don't know
ready.
that I'd be saying
Shocking the world in Tampa. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Oh my God.
I'm not scared of no ghost. Are you kidding me?
Great.
We already beat him within the biggest game of all time.
This is awesome.
Completely different team. But I ain't scared of no ghost. As
This
a
is
fan,
great.
let's go. Let's go, Wills. You're all fucking scared. You're fucking scared.
I'm not scared. I don't like you over there. Like, we're gonna beat them. I don't know about all that.
We're beating them. Let's go. Let's go.
I think we got a shot to. We do have a shot to beat them. I would say that. We better not fucking play on Monday night. Please.
Come on. Come on. Listen, what if we can we got to be able to run the ball against them. Our offensive line
obviously
good too.
Can we get 4 p.m. Sunday? 4 p.m. Sunday game?
Our offensive line is good too. We know
Or
that.
even Sunday night. I would love Sunday night.
Listen, there's not a lot of teams in the postseason that
I hope you better be able to run.
Well, I mean, their secondary isn't anything to write home about.
Rashad Penny is gone. Holy shit.
But
wow, great job, Arizona.
good kick.
What 4 weeks for him. It was on the scrap heap.
If there's a team you can go and beat, this was it. This was it.
Oh yeah,
right?
this is the If you're putting your quarter in the slot machine, you want to stand in front of the Bucs this year. I mean, right now, currently, you know what I mean? Even though it didn't look like it today, but we know the Panthers stink. But of your choices, I mean, that's the one that's the hill you should stand on for now.
Hey, listen, you want to be.
It's the hill that Tom throws for fucking 440 against us on. But yeah, I would agree.
Listen, could that very well happen? Absolutely. I'm not telling you because I'm guaranteeing it. Right? I'm just having some fun here. This is what I do. And I'm just saying that
I'm well aware.
We're going to go beat them. We're going to go beat them.
I think we got a shot to.
We're not going to turn the football over, right? We're going to play a clean football game, and we're going to be in a football game with a chance to beat them, and I think we do. It would just sum up everything. It sums up everything. It just sums it up.
It would be the Eagles. You're absolutely right.
Sums it up. They'll get their doors blown off the next fucking week, but next week, if there's a team that you can go beat, it's them. As great as Brady is, I'd rather go see the old guy. I'm going to go see the older guy and pray to God I can get to him. Pray to God you can get to him.
I don't like the fact that they're really, really good against the run, Tom. I don't like that.
Well, what? Okay. See, but that's the scared side, right? Because we're number one in the run.
So yeah, I know. I like that.
I can't be worried about what they do. I got to then listen. We
still got to run the ball. Absolutely.
Yeah, but you know how this works. Who's going to be the more physical football team?
Yeah,
because that's.
I hope it's us.
And what the other side of it is? What tandem of running backs do we have? Is it just Jordan Howard and then Boston Scott, or do we get Miles back and we can use the
Miles
1-2 punch?
Play. I would assume Miles is going to play. It's a broken hand. Put a fucking cast on your hand. Let's go.
No, I would think so. But that's a huge part of it, right? If we're knowing our strength and knowing that we have to run the ball goes down if we don't have that strength goes down and Miles is not playing. It is.
A little bit.
It does go down a little bit because just his explosiveness. I would agree, but I think he's going to play. If you had to go right now, tell me gun to my head, I'd say Miles Sanders plays.
I agree.
I'm not even worried about if he doesn't, as long as Howard's playing.
But Howard was very pedestrian last week.
He's also had a week off for the whole reason.
Yeah.
So you expect a fresher back. Just with the breather.
Off.
We would hope.
Just with the breather. You would expect it. I want Miles. I want all my weapons.
Carlos, I don't know how it's a horrible matchup for us because.
Listen, to be able to go
I do agree that they stopped the run well, but they're banged up. This is the team that you would want to see. Out of the teams we could see, I would agree. This is the one you want to see.
Listen, what the other side of it is,
ideally, you like the Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Cardinals. We can't see them, though. Even though I think they're going to beat Dallas again.
I just think that, you obviously got to get home defensively. But no, I mean, listen, I want all my weapons to be able to go do what I got to go do here. You know what I mean? This ain't going to be easy to be able to pull this off. So, every weapon that I can get, every bullet in the fucking chamber, I would love to take with me and play whenever the fuck we play.
Monday night.
God, don't say it. A lot of jawing going on over here in this Jets-Buffalo game.
Oh, killed that one on the way out. No flag?
No, they threw a flag.
Did they?
Oh, yeah. Get upfield. Let's go.
Oh, wow. This guy's having a day.
Get Eli Mitchell in the fucking end zone, please.
Why do you want San Fran?
I bet them money line, and I have Eli Mitchell score a touchdown.
Touche.
San Fran always beats the Rams. Won like 4 straight against them. This guy is having a fucking day. Jesus. 5 for 85 and 2 tutties for Jawan Jennings.
Email.
We're already over 2 hours, huh? Whew.
Wow.
Time flies.
Mitchell.
Let's do some game balls, fumbles. What you guys got?
Well, I mean, the number one fumble is obviously the Colts.
Yeah.
Fucking Jonathan Taylor stuffed up all game. Carson played like shit, turned the ball over a ton. Colts and Trevor Lawrence threw the ball over them. I mean, talk about coming up small in a big spot. Wow.
Yeah, I mean that's probably a very common one. I mean, if you're going to be in the MVP, the other side of that too is if you're going to be in the MVP candidate race, and one game, right? I'm not going to kill Jonathan Taylor, but you got to get in the end zone on that 4th and 2. You got to get in. You got to find a way.
He got stopped on 3 different 4th and 1s in the game, right?
Yep.
3 different 4th and 1s, or one was 3rd and 1, but yeah, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, 4th and goal.
JT had a monster year. I'm not going to kill him, but
I mean, monster year don't matter.
You gotta get in the end zone there. My other fumble, I'll go fumble. My fumble is gonna be the Philadelphia Eagles for that trash we watched last night. I mean, I get it to a point. We discussed it a lot early on, and we all are in agreement. Most of those guys should have played at least a quarter, half, some sort of. But no, you better come out next week and be ready to go, because that was atrocious.
Yeah, absolutely, Greg. That was terrible.
Yeah, I'm with you guys on the Indy. I mean, that's the easy answer from today.
And on the contrary to that, I'll give a game ball to Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense. I felt like they actually moved the ball well today. Yeah. I know that the defense shut the Colts down, but they scored 26 points. I mean, Trevor Lawrence looked good today. The Jaguars played well. Big spot, big fucking win.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a game ball to probably arguably my favorite coach in the NFL, and that's Mike Tomlin. It's just another winning season. Take it for what it is with the record now, right? But you're doing it with a quarterback that we talked about earlier, can't make every throw anymore, right? Fucking shell of himself. And you managed to have another winning season through it all again. I think it says something. I really truly do. It says something on how good of a coach he really is. I know they probably have XO issues and stuff like that, right? But to be able to sustain it, the one voice is hard to do. It's hard to do the one voice and sustain success. And I know he's only got 1 Super Bowl, right? Or 2? Does he have 1 or 2? No, he has 1.
2.
2,
no,
right?
1.
1.
Sorry, 1.
Oh, that's right. Ben got his first one with Cowler.
Yeah, I don't want to take away not having 2. You got 1, right? But you've been to the postseason a whole bunch, and you constantly
great. He's a great coach.
So
I just want to season. That's incredible.
Great coach, and I mean, it's just such a well-run organization, really. I mean, they've had 3 coaches in the last 50 years. So
4 coaches in their life.
It's fucking unreal.
That's insane. 4 coaches in their history. That's incredible.
The Jaguars have had more coaches this year than they've had in the last 3 decades.
Mike Tomlin.
Tim, have some fun. I mean, this is my fumble right here. All right, have some fun, Tammy. Come on. What am I here to do? I'm here to say, we lost. Shut the show down.
Said, imagine picking up AB to beat the Bucs.
We're
not picking up AB, by the
way.
That's an Elliot Shore Parks there. That he put that out there.
I mean, this game's not over yet, but obviously if they win, then the Niners hang on.
Come on, Eli, get in the fucking end zone.
And the Saints would be out, but I'd probably give a game ball to Sean Payton. I know everybody hates him, but I think he's a good coach. And 9-8, which is you shouldn't get celebrated for, but they got there's 4 quarterbacks. Hill's been at Crab Legs is atrocious. A year after Breeze retires, you know how I feel about him, but he was putting up some. He was at least. Well. He was playing decent before he got hurt. It was well for him, I guess. Hill's Hill. I don't know why they gave him any extensions. I mean, I guess that's why people, kill Peyton the most, because he does feel like he's the smartest guy in the room. So I'm not like a giant fan of him, but still, he did a pretty good job with, I think Kamara was out for a couple weeks as well. They everybody deals with injuries, but they got hit pretty hard, and to have have your team.
Best receiver didn't play all year.
Yeah, week 18, in week 18 with a chance to, punch your ticket if you got some help. I thought that was, pretty good job by him. And, I agree with the Steelers, that Mike Tomlin, that's, it's a good one, Tom. There's times when you're like, hey, maybe it's time for a different voice, you know what I mean? Because maybe it was deaf ears, especially when some of these younger guys are, like Clayton, like Claypool are doing some stupid stuff, and and you feel like, all right, maybe, but they like Will's alluded to, and just a great organization, and it's the Steeler way, you know what I mean, and it's a standard there, and it's pretty amazing to see. They were atrocious weeks ago, and they're still looks like they're going to sneak in, but to give themselves credit, they did what they had to do the last couple weeks to just get in. But they should obviously get doored. They're just not good enough. But to their credit, awesome. Good job. Just keep continuing the fight. Keep the they got absolutely hammered by the Chiefs a couple weeks ago, and it was like, man, look, put this team. As Greg would allude to, the corpse of Ben Roethlisberger. You know what I mean? There's times when that rears his ugly head, and he's obviously, it's time to go. You know what I mean? So
big play by the Rams D there to hold him out of the end zone.
He made the right decision. But then, then today you look at it, and today he made a couple throws that you're like, man, that looks like Ben from 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Couple ropes, a couple ropes he threw today. So, and my dad is
a game ball last week. I think two of us did, the Titans. I mean, they can get another one this week for the one, but that's what we gave it to them for last week, because it looked like they were all about ready to lock that up, and they obviously they did.
And Bill Brooke, absolutely, to the Titans, and we love Vrabel. That's how we're huge Vrabel guys. So, I appreciate you, throwing that in there, because absolutely, tip of the cap to the Titans for everything they did and kept that ship going. That's what good teams do.
I totally agree.
Hey, listen, look at the two coaches we talked about.
You don't want to say plug and play because King Henry's awesome. You know what I mean? But they got enough out of Foreman and Hilliard, and whatever combination. They ran out there, and Tannehill didn't have to do. He just didn't have to lose games. You know what I mean? He didn't have to play. He didn't have to be an MVP. He just had to do enough. All right, and that's good to see.
And looks like they might get King Henry back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was practicing a little bit. He was running around this week. So,
well, both guys. The common theme with Vrabel and Tomlin, they're motivators. They're football guys, right? And they might not be big. I don't know what they are, XO guys. I'm sure they both are, but they're both defensive minded XO guys, right? At heart, and it shows you some of the toughness those types of football teams can take on, right? With the right guy. With the right leader, like Vrabel fucking fucks with his own guys on Twitter about like their college teams losing and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? So like he has fun with his guys, and I think to be able the ability to relate, right? Play it. I still believe those things matter to a point. They're not the end all be all, right?
Oh my God! Defensive touchdown for the Dolphins, the last play of the game.
Two for them.
That's a good. Yeah.
And the opposite of that, Tommy, that would lead you right to my dud. Like the New York Giants and like Joe Jones. Like, come on, like you're 39 sneaks. I mean, these guys. Like we always talk about every week. These guys got the balls to drive on by and keep throwing digs at Eagle fans. But I mean, let's look in your own backyard. I mean, I don't care about your Super Bowls. I mean, it's all. Talk about what you got now. I mean, this guy's.
What have you done for me lately?
On 3rd and 9, right? Because he's scared. What are you scared of losing, dude? Your fucking team stinks, right? You're a 3rd and 9 sneak, so you can fucking give your punter some room. in a week 18 meaningless game. That's when you got to punch yourself back. It's to punch yourself in the fucking face, right? And it's guys like that that just need to go back to being coordinators. Joe Judge, Vic Fangio, go back to being coordinators because you're not head coaches. Right? It's not, it's just certain guys when they got to pull the trigger, Right? Yeah, they're Ken dolls. They're Ken dolls. You know what I mean? And it shows. It's a separator. It's a separator.
It really is. Anybody else got any fumbles?
No, I think I'm it. I think that's it for me.
Good. We can get the crumbs.
I mean, the Cardinals. I mean, you had a chance to potentially win a division, especially if the 49ers hold on to win here in overtime. They get a stop. I mean, the Cardinals. I mean, they didn't look good.
Well, it's not over yet, Greg. So I like that you said that.
Sixers. Winners of 6 in a row. Joel playing out of his goddamn mind. I know Nancy asked us earlier. Like, yeah. Way to get to it. Playing out of his mind. I believe they play tomorrow night.
Houston tomorrow.
Another game you should win again, right? Like you should beat them again. And you're talking hopefully be winners of 7 in a row, man. I'm really feeling good.
Good win in Orlando, which we never play well.
No. And Joe's been ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the MVP. I mean, he's literally carried us.
He's definitely put himself back in the conversation, right? From being injured and then kind of sluggish coming out of the COVID and not really injured, but COVID, right? But coming back out of it, a little sluggish. The team was sluggish as a whole. But no, Joel's definitely stamped himself back in the conversation for sure.
Yeah, he has. And, it looks like Tobias last 2 nights has played better. Last 2 games from what he was. So maybe he's starting to get his legs back, hopefully.
Who knows? I mean, he's got issues with the fans.
If it takes hating the fans so much, then Toby, we'll give you stuff to hate. You know what I mean? Like that's what gets you fired up and ready to go. We can feel that fire.
Oh yeah, I'll get into that.
That's a crumbling about to happen. I can see that coming. Hopefully we keep playing well because he's got some head case shit going on.
The same thing with the Eagles, right? I mean, the conversation about who have the Sixers beat, like that's all fine and good for like a small sample size, right? You know what I'm saying? Like we see it with the Eagles, right? Have they beat anybody on the stretch?
They're all in the NBA. Just like they're all in the NFL.
But when you start stacking wins back to back to back or in chunks, that's what matters, right? You know what I mean? Because you could totally flip that the other way. And we could, from the Eagles standpoint, we could have lost all these games against shit teams, and then what, right? And same thing for the Sixers, right? I mean, right before they went on the streak, we were really concerned about this Sixers team and the direction they were going and needing something out of that max player that's sitting out, right? And whatever it is turned the corner, and I don't care who they've beaten. As Wilson said, as we've all said in the past, they're all getting paid to play. They all lace up their sneakers each night, and they all in the NBA. So that's all fine and good for a small, a 2, 3, 4 game window. But when you're winning 6, potentially 7, going on, 7 of your last 10, right? When you're winning streaks like that, that conversation goes out the door to me.
Yeah. Seattle just beat Arizona, so there you go, Greg. You were correct about that.
So yeah, I mean, listen, they're trending in the right direction. You hope they get a deal done so you can add some more pieces. You're gonna have some guys coming back soon in terms of Maxey, and I think Matisse has been out. So you'll be getting those guys back soon, which will be good, and you get back to sort of the beginning roster that you had that was also playing good basketball. So
yeah.
You just want to continue to feed the big fella, and you go from there. But again, it's been weird talking Sixers because there's like the elephant in the room, and I don't want to get into it, but like you need to get that done so you can boost this roster that has played
just
really
get it
well.
Fucking done already, please.
Because we really need it. Did Bob Saget really die?
No.
The Sags?
Kyle just wrote that. Bob Saget died.
That's upsetting.
Yeah, that's tough. Fucking Betty and then Bob. I mean, fucking
Sidney just dropped too.
Sidney Poitier, yeah.
He's old. Sidney Poitier got to be old as fuck.
He was like mid-90s.
He had
early 90s.
But either way, this team's going the direction we want them to go. Joel's playing great basketball. When you get some of the pieces back, you should only be better. Now, can you beat the Nets in Milwaukee? I don't know if we're good enough for that, but we'll see. We'll see how this all shapes up. But go win another one on Monday night, and obviously the Eagles season starts to come to an end. It'll be heavy Sixers conversation on here, so hold on tight. Lock all windows and doors because we're coming. Yup, he died. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Rest in peace to the great Bob
sucks.
Saget. Freaking not only the Full House years, but anybody that's an Entourage guy knows he was phenomenal in his time in Entourage.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Always at the whorehouse.
Always.
Did I just get cockblocked by Bob Saget?
Oh.
I love when
He did.
When Johnny's like, I did an episode of Full House back in '94. Bob, remember that? It's like, Johnny, I was on so many quaaludes, I don't remember the '90s at all. All right,
Great. Well, dude, he's one of the best. Stop.
Dan Fran just won.
What kind of ball is that?
Oh my goodness. That's what you could have hoped for.
San Fran.
Yeah, he did a promo for my company this year. We hired him to do like a bit for for something with our company. So
It can't be that old, right?
crazy.
What?
no, he
60.
did.
65. 65.
Wow, that's kind of scary.
Ooh, is that handout? Is that handout?
Butt was down
buddy?
first, Tommy.
Yeah,
Butt was down
Was
first.
the butt down
buddy.
for the hand? Oh,
Yes, it was.
I'm looking pinkies. Tommy's looking pinkies. Dog, pinky
Oh my
gate.
God, Odell, come back for the ball.
Well, listen, he got to throw that out there. Look, he had him beat. But I don't, when
No,
he
he
threw
definitely had a beat, but Odell's like still running full speed.
well, Matty threw a back shoulder one there. And I got to see
The
this.
guy's in downtown LA. The guy's in downtown LA. Greg wants to come back for the ball.
See, I know. See, they were on different sides right there because they were even when he let that ball go. So he threw that a back shoulder. Odell kept going.
Oh, John. Hey, don't go over the edge, John. Cheese and crackers.
Love to see you fall over the edge.
They're even. They're leaving. Come on, Tommy. You get that out there.
That's it.
It looked like, well, all being equal, I'll side with what Matty just did over the other guy. This is on different pages. Either way, big win for San Francisco 49ers. They have punched their ticket to the postseason.
Yes, and it looks like that
Congratulations
the
to those
Pittsburgh
assholes.
Steelers will punch theirs.
And the
As
Steelers.
long as the game does not end in a tie tonight.
And if it
Let's
ends in a
go
tie,
tie.
fuck you, Greg. If I see any kneels outside of a team winning, I am boycotting the first week of the NFL season. Besides the Eagles, not a full boycott. Just gotta take a. I'll stand up. I'll stand up for the people for a week.
That division out west is. I mean, we all kind of knew it was gonna be crazy, but that was crazy. 3 teams with at least 10 wins.
Yeah. You know what? My crumb is Danny Green.
Completely agree.
Have a feel for the room, Danny, because I'm so sick. I'm not a boo bird, right? That's not my style. I'm not a boo. I don't feel like tough, boo. Right? It's not who I am, right? At an arena, at a sporting event. I mean, if I have to,
I've booed.
I'll follow suit. I'm never saying I haven't booed. I'm not saying I haven't booed, right? I'm just making the point that I'm not looking for everything to boo at. Make sense? Some people just are out there just
Every
to get
time
it
they
out.
touch the ball, boo.
Yeah. There's people who just like to clear their fucking airways right throughout the game. Boo! No matter what. I'm not that style. But don't talk about what fans do. Worry about your play. Now, if you want to come out and be critical of fans and say, "Oh, the guy works," and he goes, "We all know he works his butt off," and nobody's questioning that, dude.
Yeah.
Nobody's questioning. We're questioning the performance, right? When the number 2 guy is not here and you become it. And I said the worst thing for Tobias Harris was, and nobody should hate Ben more than Tobias because it's put the bias in the spotlight, right? And it's like, well, hey, are you really worth that money? We're gonna find out. Ooh, maybe not.
No, you're not.
Right? So, and we all knew this. But long story short, Danny, say whatever the fuck you want to say on your little podcast. I don't give a fuck about players. They want to talk about fans all the time. Worry about the wrong shit. You're gonna do that. You went out that night, and I put up a better stat line than you. You were just out there for cardio. It was just a cardio run for you. I mean,
just
zero
having a
yards
couple
across the
skate
board and
out
one
there.
foul. I had a better night watching you from the couch. I had a better night. And I don't sit down too often. So to be honest with you, I probably put just as many steps in as you did. Because I'm a walker. I'm a mover. Right?
Yeah.
So I probably had the same cardio you did. Don't talk about us. And then go goose egg. Goose egg city all across the board. Like, can't even run into a rebound. Like,
It's not
no
like he's
loose
been
ball.
good. It's not like he's been good so far this year either, to where it's an anomaly.
No. So that's my crumb of the week.
And I'm gonna piggyback right off you and go right to Tobias.
Go ahead.
Tobias, to me, shut the fuck up. Play better. Stop talking about the fans. Like the other day when they were cheering, he's yelling, "Don't fucking cheer!" Like, come on, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah, feel the room.
You know this is not have a feel. Like you said, they told me, have a feel, dude. You know this is not going to help you. It's only going to get worse. You start doing this kind of shit. So now I'm sure that this is going to get worse and worse. This is, I have a feeling this is going to be bad. Tobias is going to bitch his way out of town or some shit.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm with you, Greg. But unfortunately, he is our second best player.
For now.
But yeah, Tobias, just shut the fuck up, man. Seriously, we've had enough. I hear you. Guys are booing. You don't want them to boo so much. Play better. I don't know what to tell you.
Yep, that's it. Lock it out. For me, it's Carson Wentz. All right. I mean, that's a must win. I mean, it's obviously it's a team game, but 185 yards. You turned it over twice. Come on, dude. Like,
and it felt like more. It felt like more than that.
You got the best running back in the game. You got a tremendous offensive line, even though he was sacked 6 times. I mean, the Jags did show up, and I know the Jags play them well. Don't get me wrong, but you got to find a way to rise to the occasion. You got to make plays. You got, you just got to find a way, and that's just you want to be elite or talked about, and whatever situation was here, and whatever. Stop crying about it. And today was your day to do that, all right? To exercise the demons, so to speak.
Exercise the demons,
loser.
And you didn't exactly. Right? Exactly what you became. All right, and wow, all right, disgraceful performance. All right, from them, and led by you're the starting quarterback on that team. All right, and you did nothing to help. All right, or to change the game, or to find a way to get your team across the finish line. So, sorry, buddy.
Factual. From a guy who supported him, he's regressed this entire year too for that.
Sure.
Like, he hasn't gotten better. He's been the definition of a game manager, right? He's made a couple throws, blah, 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 and I get it. I mean, that's your style. You want to run the football there. But he's not been nowhere near as good enough, and I don't want to hear about weapons. I don't want to hear about nothing anymore, right? He's regressed as a player, and like I said earlier on the show, man, I mean, it makes Howie Roseman come out smelling like roses right now. It just does, and that's where I stand on it. He's a fucking.
I had a conversation with my mom, and she's obviously huge fan of anything, but this has become the norm for Carson, right? This is now what Carson Wentz is. This is now going on 2 full seasons of this type of unexcusable turnovers and play and just mediocrity. And I don't know if that's from the hit, but this is what he's become, because it's been a far cry since the injury. Since what he was prior to the 2017 when he got hurt, and that's long enough to where you can no longer blame the injury. This is just who you are right now. And my buddy Drew sent me a screenshot. I guess the Indianapolis Colts. What would it cost to release Carson Wentz? That's what the Indianapolis Star is talking about right now. No, it's a great one, and I don't give Howie credit very much at all. But that trade's looking very well good right now.
Well, I'm gonna see who the fuck he picks first. But yeah,
to get anything for him at this point, to even have a first round pick for the guy is something.
Yeah, well, if he takes J.J. Arcega-Whiteside or Jalen Reagor, then. So We'll see. We'll see.
This is true. I got kind of like a two-piece crumb.
Cowboys got the Niners. That's a tough game for Dallas. Niners
It
are
is.
tough.
Yeah, Niners are tough, dude. Absolutely.
The first is the the chest puffers, the Twitter and Facebook chest puffers of oh, you guys didn't believe, certain people didn't believe in this team when they were 2-5. Shut up, go home. Like, no one believed in this team at 2-5. This team has drastically changed who they are.
When we were running the ball 2 times a half,
we
didn't
for the
believe
better.
them.
For the better. I mean, this team is drastically changed. They changed their attitude, and credit to them. All right, they changed their attitude, they changed their style of play, and they are what they are. But to everyone out there, like puffing their chest over, calling everybody out for 2-5 and being critical and all that, just is why Twitter's a wasteland, right? But the biggest crumb for me is the Australian government potentially stopping Novak Djokovic from playing in the Australian Open over a non-vaccination when he just had the virus. Obviously, we're not going to get too deep into that, but he had a visa. They revoked it after the fact, and he's got a potential call tomorrow.
First, they gave him.
They gave it to him.
They granted him, and then
they yanked it.
They turned it back because all the Australians said, "Why the fuck is he allowed to come in here without unvaccinated, and we can't even leave?" And they were like, "Okay, well, I guess we can't let him in now."
Yeah. So, that's it. I'll just leave it there. We're not going to go too deep into that conversation.
Yeah, it's a mess.
No, that's a crumb move because he had it. Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
Wells crumb.
He had both the vid and the visa.
Mine was Tobias. Tommy.
Yeah,
That's right.
We're good.
Yeah, well, we're good.
All right, sweet. Great show, boys.
Pot's right.
Great show. Hey, Buccaneers next week.
Let's go.
Let's go. Hey, let's go. Playoffs.
Maybe I'll
We're
be at the
excited.
game.
As long as we're not on Monday night. But still excited. Let's go.
Maybe make a trip over.
Let's go. Oh, real quick. Greg's still in Florida, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is the Brady jersey in Jersey?
No.
Tommy, let's burn that motherfucker. Let's burn it.
I'll burn it and order him another one.
Let's burn it.
Guy, but it might have to be sacrificed. I mean, you got to sacrifice something again. Listen, great show. Everybody out there that joined us tonight, we can't thank you enough. Everybody that listens back to the podcast side of things after the fact, because we're everywhere. And if you're not following us, make sure you are. iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, everywhere, even Facebook podcasts. We have podcasts at every location possible for the people.
All over.
We appreciate all your comments, all your support. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. We'd like to thank our doc for bringing us every Sunday. Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Cherry Hill locations. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com, on all your social media platforms as well. Go check out the doc if you're from the area. If you're not, go give him a like anyway. Right? You know what I mean? Go help his business grow because he's the best.
People
right?
help people.
And he deserves it, right?
People
help people is the greatest thing. We're also brought to you by Fan Up, and you can get in tonight's Sunday night contest over there. And you can use promo code HUD, and that gives you 5,000 bonus points. Fan Up is the best way to
get in.
Sports, daily NFL contests, and more. Win great prizes. Sign up today. Use promo code HUD for 5,000 bonus points. That's a $50 value. Fan Up is what they're called. Right on the Apple Store is where they're at. Go download them and use our promo code. And as always, Manscaped, get 20% off and free shipping with the code HUD at manscaped.com. Unlock your confidence. Always use the right tools for a job with Manscaped. The cologne flash, the body wash, the lawnmower, the weed whacker, the ball deodorant, right? The foot spray. They got fucking everything.
Head to toe. They got you covered. Hit manscaped.com up.
We got you covered for all your Philadelphia sports talk. So hit the damn like, hit the subscribe. For Greg Milakovic, Brian Wilson,
picks 15 and 16, locked in.
I'm Tom Arnone. We beat the Bucs next week. Let's fucking go.